Bum ass microphone, bro. I had to reset it. How we doing? How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm asking you personally, how are you doing? Are we having a great day? Are we having a good day? I don't know about y'all, but I'm having a really great day. Got some good work done on my video. Should be releasing in a few weeks. Got some football this morning was a lot of fun. I'm having a great day. Hope you guys are also having a great day. Anyways, today's the day we actually finish. Today's the day we actually finish the Purple Zombie vid. Oh, I need to pull up chat. There we go. Alright. We are going to finish the Purple Zombie vid today. I've got a hot chocolate. What's going on, Rich Butler? How you doing? This is lovely Friday night. Not quite a night yet, but lovely Friday evening. I forgot to pull up the video in advance. That's my bad. Okay. Oh shit, I also need to pull up my tier list. Forgot about that, John. Let me whip it out. Pause. Oh shit, did not save. Boy, would that be a shame if it didn't save. It's this one, right? Fuck! God damn it. Fuck. Well, I kind of don't want to... I don't want to place everything back into the... You know, we'll just restart. We're not like the video. We'll just restart the tier list. That's okay. Alright. Ridge Butler, if you're still in here, let me know if there's any audio issues.
15 intolerability, 53 overall. Plumber.
Okay, Plumber's a go-to pick. Because, maybe I'd rank him lower. Let's see here. Let's see. I have to, rename all the tiers again, bro. Let's see, it was, awful all around. Pretty bad all around. 1 or 2 good aspects. Good all around, but 1 specifically great aspects. That should actually probably be the tier above. Hold on. This one's just good all around. Goated. Number 1. We'll just do it like that. Where's Plumber? But this is decently organized. That's kind of nice at least. This is making me think this isn't actually the tier list. No. I'm very suspicious that this isn't actually the tier list. Hold on. Yo! Okay, now we up. I knew it. I could see it from a mile away. Anyways, Plumber. Plumber's pretty ass, dude. I'd say one or two good aspects because his design is goated, and he's like decently creative for what they had to work with. Actually, and he's very tolerable. He's not very good though. I'm gonna keep him in here. What's up, Corrupted Teleporter? That's a cool username. I mess with that heavy. Yeah, I'll put him in C. Wonder where Max is right now. I think I'm streaming like an hour earlier than he asked me to, so that might be it. Or he just, is doing other things. He doesn't need to tune into every stream. He's alright. Anyways, let's hear what Purple Man has to say.
This is the pinnacle of character design.
True.
Plunger on his head, name tag
toilet on his back, and like a visual indicator of his of what his weapons gimmick is. Honestly, like goated design. This is how every video game developer should strive to be when it comes to video game character design. Bro, it's so peak.
Visible. Do you think if they added this guy in Garden Warfare 2, they'd give him the AC Perry treatment and call him Toilet Bob? And the cherry on top of this cake is the fact that you get to stare at a toilet the entire time.
Yup. It reminds me of like, this is the type of shit Captain Underpants would fight, bro. Captain Underpants in the powerful plunders of the plungers, some shit like that.
A subtle nod to the game that you're playing, and whilst he did lose his mustache in Garden Warfare 2, I think a clean shave suits this little toiler more. 25 in a...
Oh, he gave him a 25. I don't know, man. I kind of miss the mustache. Maybe it's just because I'm a Super Mario Glazer, but I miss the mustache. I ain't gonna play.
Appearance. This guy used to be insane in the early days of Garden Warfare 1. 5-meter splash radius with 25 splash damage. Like lobbing an entire Portaloo at the plants at that point. He did get that nerfed down to a 4, but either way, this is the Goo Goo Gaga Lobotomite engineer, is what I would say if the electrician didn't exist to yoink his crowd controlling niche. 20.
And also just is overall more fun. I don't know why he ranks Electrician so low. He's kind of fucked up for that. I really like Electrician. Whoa, who's this? Who's this fella? I should watch that guy's stream, actually. Bro, Captain Underpants so good. You know it.
25 splash damage is nothing to scoff at, but a character that literally shoots bog water is gonna be a bit crap. 10 in viability. A toilet-themed character with extra splash.
See, with Replanted, it doesn't matter how uncreative your slander is. I'll take any slander of Replanted. It's just too funny every single time. Because I hate that game so much.
Splash damage. Disgusted. 7 in creativity.
Really? Really? Wait, what do you even fucking say? I was too busy thinking
It's gonna be a bit crap. 10 in viability. A toilet-themed character with extra splash damage. Disgusted. 7 in...
Oh. He just kind of made a dookie joke and moved on. You know what? Fair enough, bro. It's fucking Plumber. I just like that his visual design kind of indicates how his gameplay is actually going to play out.
In creativity. I guess the Plumber could be a bit annoying, but like, no one's using...
Yeah, I've never been annoyed by a Plumber. I'm going to keep an absolute stack with you. Never been annoyed by a Plumber.
In this thing, another one of those mythical characters that only show up in a lobby once every full moon. 11 in tolerability, 53 overall. Scuba Soldier.
Scuba. I'm a loser. I don't like Scuba Soldier very much. His design is fucking awesome. You know, maybe by PurpleZombie's standards, he's actually pretty cool. By PurpleZombie's standards, you know, he's pretty creative. He's awesome to look at. He's pretty good. We'll put him right there. Right next to these three. Man, notice how the tier noting tolerability has absolutely nothing to do with the tier list. Scuba. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Got a fish on his foot covered in seaweed. Big old diver's head.
Yeah, goated design. I love his design so much. It's peak. It's kind of like just a more interesting version of Sharkbite's design. Like, I feel like Sharkbite's design just feels way less focused than Scuba's. Wait, has he ranked Sharkbite yet? Like, Sharkbite's design is good, but it's not, like, great. The best part of Sharkbite's design is that he has, like, a starfish as his eye patch. That's probably my favorite part of him.
Helmet, and his gun looks like a submarine. Perfect design for a deep sea soldier. Don't know why Zomboss has deployed soldiers in the deep sea. Maybe he got hit with the Admiral Navy Bean one too many times. 25 in appearance. What if we gave the tank commander 1 extra point of ammo and slightly more splash damage? In that
I wonder if I'm starting to, like, blank what happened last time I reacted to him. Okay, so he hasn't done Tank Commander yet. I agree with that. Tank Commander is the better character. In multiple different ways.
plumber tier, where it's just a more brain-dead version of a pre-existing character. It's probably worse than a tank commander because that thing takes 2 shots to kill 125 HP classes.
Never fucking mind.
Meanwhile, Scoobert over here takes 3 of them. Both of them are gonna need to reload anyway, and one of them gets 2 reload upgrades, whilst the other gets the soda upgrade.
Oh, wait, he gets a specific upgrade to himself? That's dog shit. What does he even
upgrades, whilst the other gets the...
This upgrade increase... That is so bad. It just increase... Wow. Jesus Christ, I hate this character. I don't actually. He's fine, but... certain things about this character just actively piss me off, dude. I swear down.
Soda upgrade. A contender for the worst status effect in the entire game.
Oh, no, it just is. There are fucking spiting... whoa, I, like, slurred my words. There are flippin'... I'll be more clean today. There are flippin' spotting icons above all the characters anyway. There's no point in sonar.
It just highlights people you attack, but only for you. If your whole team could see them, then maybe it'd be useful, but
that would be kind of cool.
It's just for you. You're already gonna bloody know where they are because you've just fucking shot them. Also, spotting icons...
That's genuinely an aspect that I haven't even thought of.
Already exist. Still gets an 18 though, because... nepotism and all that. Scuba Soldier is a weird amalgamation of gimmicks. One of the more loads of variants coded characters in the game. Shame because this design is too good to waste on such a nothing character. Free. And
thank you.
Even more brain-dead version of one of the most abundant classes in the game.
You know what? Fuck you, Scuba Soldier. I mean, frick you, Scuba Soldier. Sorry, YouTube. One or two good aspects. He's fine. I tried to have a character arc, and then Purple Zombie reminded me that there's no point in character development.
Game
human beings as a species cannot evolve whatsoever.
Is automatically getting hit with a 7 in tolerability. Rather fight a Scuba Soldier than most other soldiers though, because it won't kill me in 2 seconds. 53. Captain
Okay, I was just talking about Captain Sharkbite. All good, but none spectacular. Maybe all good, but fantastic design. But I think besides like the great like face, what would this be? The great like mugshot he's got here. Not great. I ain't gonna lie. The rest of his design's kind of mid. I prefer Scuba's. I don't know, cause like his gimmick is so boring. His gimmick is literally just that his shotgun is faster than regular Deadbeard's, and also uses less ammo. But like, I don't know, bro. Like, making an entire character around that is wild. Like, maybe just add that to an already existing character. Like, let's just say, like, get rid of the Dukia piercing on Flameface, and then give him the faster shotgun. That just makes Flameface an all-around more dynamic character and more fun to play. This character's, in fact, no, you're also getting downgraded to one or two good aspects. Your design's fine, you're tolerable, you're decently good, but your creativity sucks. So you know what, you're stuck in C tier. There's a lot of C tiers. Lot of C tiers here. Shark Bite's just boring, bro. Shark Bite, ooh ah. See what you gotta say.
Shark Bite. Looks like he's
Shark
just been
Bite.
stripped to concrete blocks and thrown into the ocean. 23 in appearance. 50.
Damn, that's some good hot chocolate. Do people in here mess with hot chocolate? Some good shit, huh? I genuinely almost spilt it over my entire setup. That could have been GG's right there. Okay, maybe his design's actually fucking goated, dude. I forgot half of the shit going on here. Okay, no, I've had a character arc.
51 damage.
His design's goated. I forgot. My bad for slandering. It's mostly just the titular it's mostly not titular, my fault. It's mostly just the lobster on his foot that I find amusing.
51 damage per second on a sniper. Weapons called the shark laser, not the goldfish fucking Nerf gun. Only advantage it has is splash damage. Not even that.
I didn't even know there's splash damage, dude. Golly. Same thing with Jade Cactus, except Jade Cactus actually, like, executed that concept well. While Jade Cactus had it so you can kind of, like, predict. See you later, Rich Butler. While Jade Cactus kind of had it so you can predict where someone's going because it takes a minute before actually doing the splash damage. When it's just a regular sniper shot, but it happens to use splash damage, there's no point to it. You're never gonna... If you're using splash damage while fighting as a sniper, there's no point to it. You've already lost at that point in the gunfight. So, splash damage on Shark Bite, I didn't even know that existed. So...
that much splash damage. 0.5 meters before the splash damage starts decreasing from 10. He also zooms in more, so you want me to be more precise with this character, but reward me for not being precise with this character. I know I've used this image of the
This image is still so good, bro.
chimp before in this video, but I think it says more about this game than my originality. 14. Creativity-wise, secondary is a bit mediocre, but I like...
Literally nothing creative about this character besides the design, and you don't count the design.
like how his shotgun doesn't consume more than 1 ammo like the other ones. 6. I'd say 11.
Yeah, okay, 6 is fine. 11 is fine in tolerability. He's just like, yeah, making correct opinions, but not much to say on them, really. Besides the fact that I've come around on his design. I forgot the octopus, I forgot the lobster, and his head is really cool. Pause. But that's really sick.
Tolerability, 54
Good stuff.
overall. Computer scientist. When he jumps, he plays the Mario Brothers.
Oh my gosh, so retro, dude. My life is like a video game. What the shit? Oh, I thought this was the entire Despicable Me movie for a second. I was about to like, uh-oh.
I love how much I can bump.
Bro, you know what? Never mind, bro. Forget the bit.
Jump sound
My life is like a video game trying hard to beat the stage all while I'm still collecting coins. There you go. There's the bit.
effect. 25 in appearance for being so nostalgia-pilled
Holy shit.
and retrograde. Also, I like his emotionally inconsistent computer, and he just
I do stare at that when I'm walking long stretches without fighting. That is a 10 out of 10 back bling. I do stare at that consistently while playing this character.
Kills people with numbers. Basically just a party scientist, right? Very similar weapon to that of the marine biologist, except less damage. But it reloads really fast for some reason.
I also find he's a lot better at range. I think while marine biologist is like a better scientist because he's better at close range, I think he's just a bit more well-rounded. Not just because of crunch mode, but also because long range wise, I think he's a bit better.
However, even when you get your legendary mode, you're dealing a whopping 0.4 more damage per second than the marine
Hell yeah.
biologist.
Take that, marine nerd.
Don't let that fool you, because despite that, it can two-shot 125 health classes. Also,
You can't bloody see anything.
5 kills just to get strapped into the bloody Virtual Boy. Didn't even manage to do anything with it.
It would have been funny if they made this red. Just full-on Virtual Boy.
Because the match bloody ended.
I give spotting icons a lot of grief, but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to tell what the hell is even happening. Still an 18 in viability, basically a more fancy version of a party variant. A bit more variance. An actual good design. Instead of strapping the scientist to a chair and throwing 10 tubs of acrylic paint at him. And
No, I still will never understand this dude's slander of party characters, bro. They're so fun. They're all so fun. That's what I'm saying, man. There should have been a fun category on this ranking.
his legendary mode even uses Neon Mixtape Tour music. The Virtual Boy filter.
Holy shit, it does. I completely forgot the arcade machine characters existed on Neon Mixtape Tour. Because they just don't do... Like, Neon Mixtape Tour is a hard-ass world in PvZ2, bro. I've never had trouble with the little arcade fellas. I've never had trouble with the arcade fellas. So I just forget they exist.
It was a good idea in theory, but unless you like playing Garden Warfare 2 on a bloody Etch-a-Sketch, it's horrible. 6. I think the computer scientist gets a 6 in tolerability for the same reasons as the other scientists. 50.
Yeah, he's not that annoying. Like, sometimes you will just get straight up, like surprise butt sexed by these characters, but that's just kind of part of the game. It's just like a natural thing that needs to happen for the circle of life to go around. It's like how does it go in Lion King? It's like it's something about the circle of life. I forgot how the song goes.
55 overall. Centurion.
Holy shit, is he gonna make the joke? Will he make the joke? Is Centurion all that good? Hold on, let me take a sip before this. I can't miss anything. Golly, that hot chocolate's good. Oh my lord.
Roman Ralph, loads of variants.
This is the perfect design for a fire soldier. Could have given it the Arctic Trooper treatment and just make it have an orange Z1 assault blaster. But they gave it a flaming crossbow, which not only stops a
His design is pretty sick.
second barbecue corn incident from occurring, but also makes its design and inspiration fit very well.
He's just really fun, man. Ooh, 25. I do mess with his Centurion hair. Kind of rounds the whole thing together. Good visual language too. You know for a fact this character is a fire character the second you look at him. Good appearance. I agree.
25.
I've been forgetting to rank these nerds. Computer scientist. Okay, there he is. What's going on? Alright, bro.
My bad.
You're alright. You can just,
You recording?
I am streaming, my friend.
Oh. My bad, dog.
Yeah.
Nigga, good luck. Look at that one. I was unaware.
You can, alright. Yep. Smoke.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Huh? I'm reacting to a Garden Warfare 2 character ranking.
Based.
And ranking them myself. As we go through.
Vampire Flower S tier?
We're doing the zombie ranking right now.
Okay.
Plant ranking was a while ago.
Oh, where'd you put her? You don't even have to think because you know it's S plus, right?
I put her in A. Just got raided. Anyways, where was I even thinking of putting this guy? Oh. Goated creativity. Good everything else. Actually. No, not quite. He is really fun, though. Anyways.
5 in a
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Centurion. My train of thought is genuinely gone. We'll just slap him in there. Great design. Kind of good viability. Pretty creative. Kind of good tolerability. He's fine. Very, very fun character.
appearance. Viability-wise, a long-range fire damage character might sound similar to that flame face.
Is he seriously not going to make a Centurion isn't all that good joke? Because if not, that is messed up. We can't just dip down that far. We have to make it at least once.
Fella, but
Come on now. Come on, I'm taking another sip. I spilt a little bit. Most of it wasn't on the setup, so that's good. Good lord. A lot of it fell on my desk. But no, oh god, it got in between the crevices. Oh lord. I skipped to the very beginning. I need to go grab a box of frickin' paper towels. I will promptly return. Lord have mercy. Eh. We're back. No, we're so back. I just need to go back and figure out what the time was. Shit, okay. 54:47. We're back. Like nothing even happened.
this is a hell of a lot easier. Can fire his weapon a bit faster for that classic unsolicited fire projectile spam. Still a bit lower than the power level of most other soldiers. 16.
That's a pretty fair rating. He's not great.
Certainly one of
He is, in fact, not all that good.
the more inspired fire variants. Again, they could have just made a second barbecue corn, but they instead went the paleontologist route and decided to just make a reskin of a different variant. Still, they're different enough where I don't think I can give old Roman Ralph a lower score.
Oh no, he's not as much of a ripoff as General Supremo is, a ripoff of Reg Soldier, who, by the way, to my knowledge, yeah, he hasn't been ranked yet. What are we doing, man? This character's gonna get carried by viability, dude, because he's ass in every other aspect. At least Foot Soldier's design and creativity is good, man. At the very least. Also, I don't think we've done a single base variant yet. I hope Hover Goat ranks high. That's what I'm thinking.
More than a 7. A sniper, a scorcher, and a soldier. The 3 S's of stresses. But he does get a
Oh, bars.
Couple extra points for providing me with content in the Ops series. 7 inviolability, 55 overall.
7? Yeah, alright. I'd give him like a 13 in viability. I've never been particularly annoyed by a Centurion. Like, he has fire damage. Who the hell is Uwo Slab? Twitch just recommended me a stream from Uwo Slab. Yeah, we're watching that. All of us.
Chemist.
Also, I immediately recognize that he's playing Chemical Plant. Good shit. As it should be. Ooh, I love me some Chemist. Just goated creativity, bro. Design's pretty cool. Not super annoying. Very good. But also, I just love how, like, the form of science that's known as, like, the most chaotic and, like, dangerous is the most, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very simple word. Aggressive. It's, like, the most aggressive scientist of them all. Goated creativity. I think he's a bit low, but that, you know, this is a decent ranking. Decent ranking.
Please, if I can talk to Gus, I can convince him, okay? Just...
I am the attacker, Sonny.
I can't. I don't know the show well enough.
Please let me talk to him.
Shut up!
The chemist looks even more like a mad scientist than the mad scientist that we've got.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, it's the most, like, aggressive form of science. Let me carefully grab my hot chocolate and take a nice earned sip out of it. A slow and steady pace would be recommended. A slow and steady pace would be recommended. Great job. Freddy Fazbear's back in tone.
Spiky hair, those filthy clothes, and that comically large gun. Put that gun...
We do love the comically large gun. He has a great design. Sometimes I forget how great some of these characters' designs are, because I've had the exact same loadout of cosmetics on them for genuinely, like, almost since, like, 2020, probably. Dude, they do have some great designs.
Gun sideways, and it looks like a hue-shifted traffic light. 20 in appearance. The chemist is immensely overrated. One of the most...
If there's one thing I'll let him dog on, it is viability. But you can mow through, like, yes, he has that scientist thing where you can get mowed down if you're not, like, at the perfect range yet. But the second you're at the perfect range, because your spread is, like, the length of Florida, you just genuinely mow through people. Like, you could take out an entire team single-handedly if they're really bad at the game, but still.
Most glazed zombies in this game. Everyone's talking about him like he's the spawn of the devil when he gets outplayed by standing on a desk. One of those characters you just turn your brain off and...
He's not quite at, like, desk level. Like, you know, he has range. He's not straight up just using his fists or his mouth. There's the slightest inch of range on this character, and it's helpful for when they step on a desk.
I hope you managed to flank a big group of sunflowers with. Those warps make him decently threatening, to be fair. Sometimes they'll catch you off guard, and he's got such a large damage area as well. Cannot go lower than a 10 in viability.
Alright, I'm okay with that. If you fall in a
What
potato
is
mine...
one?
What are
Go
we doing,
lower
man?
than a 10
What are we doing?
in viability.
Oh no, that was absolutely lag. Never mind.
What is one?
I thought he got caught on one of these, like, slide windows, because that genuinely happens to me all the time. But no, it was just lag because he plays on PC, because he's a PC nerd. Everyone who plays on PC is a nerd. You're all losers, nerds. What's that?
Why does Walnut Hills have a magical effect that adds about 5 seconds of ping whenever you bloody...
Walnut Hill. How did they? I'm not gonna swear. I'm gonna be a good YouTuber. How did they mess it up this badly? Well, I'm not saying Walnut Hills was like a goated map in the first game or anything, but like it was at least functional and fit in with the rest of the game, man.
bloody playing on it? And who the hell is chewing a tin can in the background?
I'm going to carefully take a sip. That is a delectable cup of hot chocolate still. Goated.
Get the hover goat off the mic. A character that douses plants
Oh my god, like the goat movie. I know you think you're about that
I hate that movie.
in deadly
Bum-ass movie. Laziest movie ever made.
chemicals.
I despise it.
It's kind of funny. Entire gimmick is just introduce crack into suburbia.
Yup. And that's why we love him.
That's how they managed to take it. That's why berry pea and citrus cactus ain't in Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah, they got addicted to meth. Same thing with Dr. Chester. He also got addicted to meth, and that's why he became really into animals all of a sudden. We're not sure if it's a fetish or just a really strange autistic hyperfixation, but he's still going through mental tests to this day.
Killed in a gang dispute. 20 in creativity.
Oh, okay, we have very different backstories for them, but whatever.
Whilst I spent the whole viability segment ragging on the chemist, he's a bit annoying, isn't it? If he catches...
Oh wow, okay, so he's good when it's time to slander him for being good. But the second you're actually ranking him based on how good he is, he's suddenly bad. Just so you can give my goat the lowest possible score. I hate this guy. What does this guy think he's doing? I already ranked him. I forgot. My fault.
you off guard and you hear that beaker blasting, it's over. Still, if you manage to catch him before he gets near you, then he's not
Absolutely no threat, yeah.
really an
Which is what makes him, you know, a fair character.
issue. He's not like a chomper that can cover your keyboard in purple sludge. 6 in tolerability.
Oh yeah, because you're a PC nerd who plays on keyboard.
56 overall. Marine bio...
Going through a lot of scientists right now. I think I'd rank him just a tinge lower. The main problem is that there's just not too much that makes him super unique. Like, yeah, his rate of fire is a lot faster than a regular scientist. But, you know, you can say the same thing about Captain Sharkbite, and look where that got him. I do like his design's very cute. It's like, you know, it's creative without having like too much shit going on, like with Sharkbite and the party characters, because this dude hates the party characters for some reason, because he's sad. He's a sad individual. And what else, man? This is noticeably, I think the reason he's this high, actually, guys, oh my god, I get to use this tier. Oh my gosh. This is a scientist with very good aspects all around, but he has very good tolerability. I feel every time I die to the marine biologist in a lobby, it feels fair. We've done it, boys. We made a use of the most useless tier. We did it. Anyways, he's probably going to say he's like the least tolerable character in the game or something like that.
Biologist. There is a real dolphin blaster somewhere on this earth that
I'm buying it.
they used in this weird advertisement thing. Why have they deployed the marine biologist in the Middle East? Could see why they
You know why.
picked this guy though. He's one of the best looking zombies. He's got swimming goggles. His backpack is a fish tank that he uses to feed his dolphin gun. And he has a flipper.
He does have a flipper. Goated.
Perfect design. 25.
Wow, really? Okay. Getting aggressive with these, You know, to be fair, their mugshots aren't very accurate interpretations of their design, but I'll give this like a high 18. I'd give this like maybe a 19.
The sticker book says that the marine biologist and the zoologist were rivals.
Because he knows what the zoologist took from us.
Don't know what kind of microplastics they're putting in those fish to make the dolphin projectile vomit to such a degree as to make him the
It's just average day in SeaWorld. That's why its fin is also bent.
scientist with the highest damage output in the game, only being beaten by the computer scientist after they dedicate all his processing power from graphics to performance. Still barely even a difference. Shouldn't have downloaded Windows 11. All his damage outputs being used up by Copilot. Still for almost outclassing the legendary variant in its legendary mode, instant 20 in viability. The marine biologists...
Fair enough. No, he's not going to give him a good tolerability, dude. No. No, these first two rankings are way too high, dude. His tolerability is going to be low.
whole gimmick is just firing faster with the downside of dealing a bit less damage per shot, which is a fine mechanic, but it does have that Shadow Flower feel to it where it seems like they had no clue what gimmick.
Just make him fire a little bit quicker. Give him a slightly bigger finger blaster, and we'll just call it a day. Slap him a dolphin sound effect every time he shoots.
To give it after making its design, so I reckon you get a 6. Also a 6 in tolerability.
I thought I finally predicted him. I thought I finally made a half-decent argument for the tolerability stat existing. But no, he just had to debunk me.
Even if it does have a higher damage output than all the other scientists, it's basically the same if it gets...
The thing is, though, because he's decent at all ranges, marine biologists won't always sneak up on you. So you actually have, like, a fair chance at fighting them if they attack you from, say, like, medium range. So he's actually, like, a half-decent tolerability stat. God damn it. I thought I finally... Whatever, man.
Near you and you aren't paying attention, you're dead. 57.
You should be paying attention, then.
Mechanic.
Too low. Too low. Way, way too low. Just the mere concept of taking the splash damage class and just giving him the most like fun to shoot, accurate, just semi machine gun in the entire game is absolutely fantastic. We'll do all good but fantastic creativity. He's just such a creative character. And if it wasn't this, I'd give him all good but fantastic design, because his design is wonderful too. Look at this shit. Yeah, I'd say too low. Just a smidge. I'd put him like around here in the video.
What insane?
Again, if this guy was introduced in Garden Warfare 2, they'd probably call him something like Alan Carr. Still, zombies really are killing it with the designs. He's got a...
Is AC parry just really not a thing? Okay, apparently AC parry is a reference to the Assassin's Creed video game. Okay, I thought AC parry is like actually the name of someone who works on AC. Whatever. I was wrong.
Toolbox on his head, an oil-stained hand, and his...
I forgot that wasn't a glove.
gun's got a little race flag on it.
That's amazing.
23 for you. Not a perfect score, because I think the mustache from Garden Warfare 1 made him...
It did have more aura. He did have more aura when he had a mustache. Why did they just shave every single engineer? Is it so you can use, like, the pile of rainbows cosmetic on their face instead? That's a tyranny of some kind.
Look better. The mechanic is basically an obese foot soldier with engineer abilities.
What the fuck?
Which is gonna make him one of the better engineers to use. One of the zombies to reach their iconic 100 plus damage.
Dude, he's just so fun. God, I'm after I end stream, I think I'm gonna go play some mechanic, dude. He's like the most creative class in the engineer class. Like, who else could his competition be? Maybe Landscaper. Who, by the way, he hasn't ranked yet because he's my GOAT. Landscaper is my favorite engineer, but a very close second is Mechanic. And then maybe, like, Rhodey Z next. Man. Ah, too low. It's too low, man.
Per second output, 20 in viability. The mechanic might have just stolen the foot soldier's primary weapon, but if it gradually
Feels a, it's Urple.
weans people off of filling the lobbies with about 6 soldier variants every single game, then I'm all for it. Still only an 8 though. What?
Really? Oh, dude, it is impossible to predict with this guy. He just like... We're just not on the same wavelength, man. We're on the same altitude, but we're not on the same wavelength. That's what's going on here. I need to converse to a radio wave so I can be on the same wavelength as him. Then we can finally reach harmony.
Whilst making notes for this video, for the tolerability segment of the mechanic, I just put jammy pricks play this.
You can take
Okay, all I'm saying is the second we start talking about Rhodey Z, I want him genuinely pile-drived into the ground when it comes to tolerability. Because that is like, I don't rage at Garden Warfare 2 very much. That is the one character who pisses me off pretty much consistently. Did I miss Scientist ranking? You missed Chemist, but you didn't miss, like, Reg Scientist.
take a person out of the foot soldier class, but you can't take the foot soldier class out of a person.
Especially a foot soldier that can bloody stun you. 6 in tolerability. 57 overall.
Whatever! Whatever, man!
Rhodey Z.
Please. Purple Zombie. Purple Zombie, we don't agree on much. We don't agree on much. But please, do this one for Poppy. Please. Please, please, bro. All I'm asking you. Pretty decent. Wait, this is like fucking impossible to read. Why do they make it like this? Pretty good all around. But less tolerable than a freshman math teacher has an unbelievable ego despite teaching 15-year-olds. That's it. This is the only character that's ever going to be in this piss-ass tier. I hate Rhodey Z so much. He pisses me off. Let me get my last sip of hot chocolate. Oh no, I'm out of hot chocolate. If only... I think I'm nothing but something that's oddly specific. I don't know what you mean, man. If only there was a convenient box of Dr. Pepper just right by my desk that I could just open up right now and take a can out. If only. Oh, you're seeing Hamilton, huh? That's kind of fun. Oh my god! There was literally a box of Dr. Pepper by my desk. That's wild. That is so freaking crazy, dude. Who could have ever predicted that? Listen to this. Rate that out of 10. I think that was a pretty good soda crack. Anyways, Purple Zombie, cook Rhodey Z. Cook him for me.
Did they just run out of professions in Garden Warfare 2? We have engineers called Perry and Rhodey Z. I don't know if you can put that on your CV.
So why should we be hiring you for this job? Dude, I was a kick-ass DJ back in the day.
None of this was done, so he wasn't named something boring like the audio technician, but still, when we get in the carpenter. I don't know, he could shoot nails.
Wait, weren't we?
Condition, but still, when we get in the
I'm pretty sure like a while ago we talked about a carpenter character, but I completely forgot our gimmick idea.
carpenter, I don't know, he could shoot nails. I think letting engineers crucify chompers would be a worthwhile addition to the game. As for Rhodey's design,
Just burn a chomper at the stake. He died for his players' sins.
massive improvement over the nothing of AC Perry, even if his gun does kind of look like a traffic light, which isn't.
You don't fuck with this design? Dude, his design's peak.
Of AC Perry, even if his gun does kind of look like a traffic
If he ranks his design low, I don't know what to tell
light,
you.
which isn't a unique thing apparently among zombies. 25, and
Oh, okay, cool. For a second, like, his slightly, like, rude, not rude, but, like, angry tone made me think, like, whoa, pause. I did, like, y'all ever seen Whiplash? I did, like, the Whiplash thing when he stops the music. I was like, hold on now. But now we good.
that traffic light never turns green, because I would not want to cross Rhodey Z.
Not at all. No, this character is great from, like, a balancing perspective. He's not balanced, but he's really, really good.
Finally, a close-range variant that actually deals enough damage to be used over the
Hop off my goat, man.
other ones. A lot of damage, by the way. Music's so loud that it just kills people.
Bro's playing KSI on these speakers. That's why it kills him. You're just minding your own business in P Gatling. You're minding your own business. He just pulls up from the screen to the ring to the pen to the king, and you just genuinely die from how shit the lyrics are. The nails he shoots give the plants tetanus as a status effect. What, and you just die permanently? Like, you just die, the character dies permanently, you just can't use him anymore. That would be the gimmick. Hey, you know what? Reminder, you need to get your tetanus shots. I bet there's one person in chat who's been not taking their tetanus shots, like they keep on forgetting or something. Anyways, I found a bunch of my really old Garden Warfare 2 variant ideas I made when I was like 10, so I'm gonna talk about either my either broken or underpowered ideas. Go for it. I'll occasionally yap about them if they're interesting.
In 2 seconds. Just minding your own business until Rhodey Z comes along and blasts indie fan songs in your
He pulls
face.
up. He pulls up. What do we play next, gamer? It's this game called Hello Neighbor. He just dies. Pulls up. I hear a sound. Peak. This character's so creative. I love this character. Except I don't actually, because his tolerability's dog shit.
Business until Rhodey Z comes along and blasts indie fan songs in your face at 100 decibels. Type of guy to play the Soviet anthem at full volume at the back of a school bus.
A dank meme. Bro's playing dank memes on it.
But much like the kids that did that, Rhodey Z gets bullied because his only ranged option forces him to stand in place. He's basically a zombie hot rod chomper, except it has a mounted turret that can activate his speed boost whenever and actually deals serviceable damage for
Yeah. No, he's a pretty good character.
a melee character.
I think you'll find
16.
maybe like a 20 for me.
It is the only zombie character in the game to get more health than its base variant. Unlike the plants that do this, Rhodey doesn't get his legs broken to compensate. Also, I really like this unused reload animation he has. Shame they gave him infinite ammo.
I am alive, immortalized. Also, he used to have ammo.
Also, I really like this unused reload animation he has.
Shit, that is kind of tough. PopCap, find some random chud off the streets. It doesn't matter if they have a home or not. Like, they could straight up be a homeless man. Grab them off the streets and have them develop an update that just gives Rhodey Z his reload. Balance him the slightest bit and also give him a bit of that charm. You hearing that? I said the CH word, the charm. We love charm. We love it when something is charming.
Shame they gave him infinite ammo. 13 in creativity. Seeing a Rhodey Z sprinting at you on a jackhammer must be like
Why? This dude always has the funniest fucking edits when I'm drinking something. I genuinely almost just like spat half swallowed Dr. Pepper all over my entire setup. It would have been over again.
Being an antelope and having a Bengal tiger coming towards you. Much like the Chomper, Rhodey Z as a stun. So if it gets within sonic grenade range, you're dead.
It is over, yup.
5:59.
You didn't cook him enough! Dude! This is the one time I needed you to come through, Purple Zombie. This was the one time I was happy that tolerability was like a scoring metric in this ranking. Dude, no. He should have gotten negative points, bro. He deserves negative points. Whatever. I accidentally muted.
Overall.
Oh my god, is that the purple? Oh my gosh. Purple Zombie.
Archaeologist.
What the fuck are we doing, bro? What do you mean archaeologists and...
Oh my god, is that the purple zombie?
What do you mean archaeologists in 28th, bro? What is remotely entertaining about this character? Or good about this character? Or creative about this character? Or visually interesting about this character? Nothing. This character sucks. I guess he's kind of tolerable. Let's hear it. Let's hear what he has to say.
Archaeologist. Though I might be a bit biased due to my heritage, but
Oh, this guy's a British nerd, bro. So that's why he likes this character. He sees this character and relates to its dental care, bro. He's like, oh my gosh, it's just like me for real. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, I was expecting that to be way bigger. I didn't know you could draw on Snip a Clip. Hey, the more you know. That's probably why I ranked this character high. Gave the appearance like a 20. Excuse me. Probably gave the character like a 30 in appearance because has the same teeth as he does. I'm too mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll hop off. Making fun of British people is kind of funny, though.
I love this guy's design. Looks like instead of playing Turf Takeover, he'd be
partaking in a skirmish for commandeering territories.
Also, he has a funny snake gun. 25. Despite his...
For commandeering territories.
Also, he has a funny snake gun. 25.
What did I say? I'll hop off with a very slightly racist comment, but... Very slightly, but still.
Despite his charming attire, the archaeologist...
He sucks! This character is nothing!
Is basically just...
His gimmick is the exact same as marine biologists, but less fun.
Just the worst version of the paleontologist. Has very slightly better damage. Don't get me wrong, but with no fire damage and no splash, they basically just added a
Snake gun is fire. Like, I'd give him a fine appearance rating, but the character sucks. I'm sorry.
better version of him to the game. 1 update after he was added. 12. His shotgun blast has a massive range of 7 meters, which is the same as the chemist. Doesn't do that much.
Okay, so same range as chemist. You know, like a fourth of the damage. No gimmick that makes him actually, like, you know, interesting compared to the others. Oh, yeah. Let's put this guy in 28th place.
Damage, but it's not like it's a downside. He's like a weird amalgamation of variants that just ends up being worse than all of them.
It's the worst shit ever.
Still an all-rounder scientist isn't that bad of an idea. 7. One of the least annoying scientists, in my opinion. The knowledge that they could have either picked the astronaut or the paleontologist but didn't boosts its score dramatically.
This guy fucking...
This guy fucking sucks at Garden Warfare 2. You can see that
The
he was
pillion
5
foot-
fucking inches from crossing into the frickin' flop mansion. But he was so bad at the game that he couldn't dodge any of the attacks the plants are shooting. Anyways, let's read what you got. First, the glass pea shooter who shoots glass that does 160 DPS, but only has 75 health. Oh, so he's just a glass cannon. Gotcha. That's a cute joke. I don't think that would work, though. Not at all.
But didn't, boosts its score dramatically. 16 in tolerability, 60 overall.
I don't want to talk about it.
Scientist.
Okay, here you go, Max. This is your moment for some reason. You're very excited for the scientist segment. Oh, whoops. Okay, so he ranks the base variants based off like how creative their abilities are. All good, but fantastic creativity. I like that he just kind of heals people with grape juice. And the fact that he, like, all of his abilities truly, like, resemble the concept of a mad scientist. That's fun. Like, he's a very fun character. And I like him a lot. But his creativity specifically shines the most, in my opinion. This is a pretty good ranking for him.
The first stock character on this list. Again, the zombies are out-mogging the plants. For every poorly designed zombie, there's about 5 plants that are worse. Like his comically large glasses, got that Professor Farnsworth look.
Professor Farnsworth actually has the scientist look, actually. Why the hell's BFN on my screen?
Ooh, if anyone needs me, I'll be in the Angry Dome.
25
Okay.
points.
You weren't even playing scientist in this clip. You were playing Brainium Basher.
Like his comically large glasses, got that Professor Farnsworth look.
What was the point? Whatever.
25 points. Most healers will have weaker primaries than the assault classes, so they can focus more on supporting their...
Not this guy. Dude, this guy... What were they doing, man? They were cooking up some straight bullshit when they were balancing this character. They're like, okay, let's make a support class, but let's make sure the people playing the support class never actually want to play like a support. Let's make it so they just perpetually want to kill bitches instead, because that's more fun. This guy effing sucks at Garden Warfare 2. As you can see, he keeps on trying to change I'm sorry, I can't reach a thing. He keeps trying to charge Eddie Yeti in garden ops, but barely survives as he keeps getting frozen.
their team, and 77 damage in one shot.
I love this character.
I guess your teammates can't get damaged if there's nothing left to
True.
damage them.
So he's still a support. You're right.
Don't get me wrong, Sunflower can pull some punches, but bloody hell. Very solid character. 18.
Pulling your punches means you intentionally don't punch people that hard. Rewrite the entire script. Just give him a real shotgun at this point. Just give him the fucking... I mean, shoot, the frickin'. Give him the goddamn, Doom shotgun. Y'all ever play Doom Eternal? When you have to, like, play as one of the demons to get your shotgun back, and it genuinely, like, one-shots half the roster? Give him that at that point.
In viability, I do question making the healer character want to get close to the enemy team instead of the one you're supposed to heal, like walking into an emergency room and the doctors sprint past you.
I think the intention of why they didn't really commit too hard to scientists actually, like, you know, being a, the reason they didn't commit to scientists actually being a support is because in the context of that first Garden Warfare, the only thing they wanted the zombies to be is an offensive force. You know, there wasn't herbal assault, there wasn't regular turf takeover, it was just gardens and graveyards. It was just zombies on attack. So, you can't really make too much of a character, because, like, you know, a support, you know, oftentimes you'll kind of, like, chillax back, kind of chill with your team, set up shop a bit. But you can't do that in a game like this that is A, super fast paced, and B, you're moving forward constantly. So I think they intentionally kind of designed him to, like, you know, kind of be a support, but let's be honest, not really. And I think they just didn't bother to really change him too much in Garden Warfare 2, because he was just too fun to care. That's my theory.
You and go shotgun blast some random person in the street. I reckon like a 10 in creativity. It's like it's really weird. It's a really weird class, but it's fun, I guess. I should try play scientist as a support character more.
It's honestly, it's not that fun unless you're playing like astronaut is pretty fun to play as a you know.
Never
Astronaut's pretty fun to play as a support.
already done.
Same with what's his bucket, the fire one. Paleontologist is fun to play as a support. When I'm chilling in my house, but get a goo blaster to my head. Damn, man, I hate when that happens.
Done that. In fact, you know what? I'll give it a go right now. It could be fun.
It's really not for most. Oh, that's what happens when you're a PC nerd.
Alright, the game.
Hackers suck. What is the goddamn point in being a chud hacker for a 10-year-old children's video game, dude? What are we doing, man?
Game is just unplayable because some grotty man-children got their heads shoved in lockers, stopping me from getting my scientist footage. Isn't gonna make Rachel from 9th grade like you. Even when the game's broken beyond recognition,
There's still a bloody barbecue corn.
Let's see it. Come on. No, get one more kill. Come on. No!
just getting dragged into random levels now. Is this turf takeover a disintegration loop? I think EA even selling the game in the state should be considered theft.
No, we can't fix Garden Warfare 2. You need to get a new PVZ free
Dude, PVZ 3 Evolved is in such a bad state that freaking Rich Warner is talking about how bad it is, bro.
version.
We are truly at the bottom of the barrel, bro. God damn.
Get the 67.
That is really stupid.
67 upgrade in the battle pass.
This is the 5th time you've shown PVZ free in class.
No, guys, it's
This is not even the 5th, bro. This is probably like the 8th time total.
getting better. You're just a hater. You hate positivity and you hate games.
How PVZ fans look at you when you don't like being fed aquarium gravel for the past 6 years. I actually...
Don't cry, little monster. PopCap's got enough PVZ 3 betas that don't improve on anything the fans have been complaining about to survive your entire life.
recorded most of this footage last year, and I'm very glad I did because I would just not be allowed to use multiplayer. Although, for all my PC viewers who are uninformed, private servers are a thing now. The skiddies can't get you there. Anyway, long-ass rant over. Tolerability-wise, the scientist is basically a less infuriating chomper that can...
Alright, let me take a look. No, this is actually perfect.
that can deal with
Literally nothing to say
People
on it.
from-
Perfect rating of cortisol.
more than 5 meters away, that can also heal and revive allies, so overall, I think it gets a 760 overall. Landscape.
Oh, my goat! I'm glad to see him so, generally high. No one really talks about this character, but I really like him. Where is he? He's just really good all around, but very good, where's viability? He's just very good viability. He's fun. I simply enjoy him every single time I play him. It's a wonderful experience. I'm excited to get him to master. He's one of the characters I'm like, you know, there's a good couple zombies that I'm dreading when it comes to actually getting them mastered. Pretty much just all the people down here. I don't think I've mastered a single character down here. Besides you, I think. Maybe not, actually.
Why they keep putting a landscaper in particular into other PvZ games?
He just, I don't know. Like, he doesn't have a great design compared to other engineers, so that is interesting.
I don't mind that, obviously, but why not literally any other character? Maybe PvZ3 would be better received if you let Zomboss unleash about 5 toxic brains onto your lawn.
Hell yeah. I'd be down to see, like, super brains in a PvZ tower defense. PopCap would never do it because that's fun, but, like, maybe a fan game could.
I think making an engineer with a Weed Whacker a variant is extremely funny. 18 in appearance. Viability, he's basically the normal engineer, but you need to be more accurate because he fires more shots. But if you
Holy crap, guys, it's cooling over the next 2 days in the place I live.
are, you get rewarded with more damage. Very fun character to use. 16 in viability. A very simple concept for a variant, but it's an alright concept. Just an engineer with a faster rate of fire. I just realized I bumped the Sky Trooper down for being that, but like, he's
It's okay, it's okay,
go
it's
Weed
okay.
Whacker. I feel like that's really
Weed Whacker is funny.
funny. 14 in creativity. Tolerability, don't feel much animosity towards the landscape.
Yeah, dude, Landscaper's actually just my goat, bro. Everything about him is great.
Still gets marked a 12 though because of my sour human elite who makes money from bitching about things online. 60. Again. Great! Foot Soldier, the
Shit, does Rhodey Z have a friend? Does Rhodey Z have a friend? Does he? I don't know. It'd be a lot funnier if Rhodey Z was just alone in this tier. So I don't think he has a friend. I think I'm a slap foot soldier. I'm an idiot. Where is he? I'm slapping. By the way, General Supremo has a higher rank than Reg's foot soldier. What are we doing? Honestly, for me, it's all good, but none particular. He's just kind of like the base level of good for a PvZ character. You know, his design's pretty good. Like, I like the dumbass bandages all over him. That's really about it, man. I don't have much to say on him. He's obviously like really good, but not very tolerable. But he is creative. Anyways, I'm very excited to see him tear apart this character when it comes to viability, because he's been setting up how much he hates this character for a while now.
golden child of Garden Warfare 2. Can't do anything wrong, can you?
You're not like those pea shooters with their childish.
I have to read this whole thing. I'm sorry. Our blessed foot soldier versus their barbarous pea shooter. Their wicked roof camping. Our glorious strategic positioning. Their primitive in-game harassment. Our great harmless gesturing. Their backyard savages. Our noble populace. Their brain-dead ability spam. Our heroic jump shot combo. Yeah, this is peak propaganda. This is better than any propaganda you'll see in the fuck-ass Animal Farm film.
Bean bombs and their unskillful hypers. No. The foot soldier is the pinnacle of
Skill expression. Appearance, very good design. ZPG strapped to his back allows for some really funny variations. Like Park Ranger just having a grill on his back. Even
Hell yeah.
if they did take away his goggles from the concept art, but at least he has a
I do miss the goggles. I like the little head mesh, though.
hairnet. Alright, 20. I like how when he
That's on real foot soldier helmets, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like just straight out of real life. Holy shit, guys, it's a reference. Real life reference in Plants vs. Zombies. Oh my god. Yo, my window has been open this entire time. Let's just hope a bug didn't sneak in, bro. close this real quick. Alright. Anyways. I was wondering why it was very hot in here despite air conditioning being turned up a bit, but whatever, man. Guess I just forget to close windows nowadays at my ripe old age of 35 years old.
He reloads, he bonks his gun on his head. Maybe that's why this character's a bit brain dead. Viability-wise, the Foot Soldier is probably the best zombie class in the game, right? That is the coldest, like,
Absolutely.
absolute zero take of all time, because
80% of the zombie team
composition is always full of the damned things. Deciding whether to play on plants or zombies is basically like deciding whether you want to be ran over by a car or a lorry. It's either the pea shooter parade or the foot function. Maybe not. The Soldier Society.
Who's pulling up to the foot function, baby? It is hosted by Purple Zombie, funded by me. Max, you could be like a server. We need someone else to be a photographer. I'll take suggestions. We're all pulling up to the foot function, baby. Let's go.
Extremely easy to use, strong primary, instant death button, and one of the best mobility abilities in the game. Stink Cloud.
Only if you have Rocket Leap, though. Rocket Jump sucks.
It's also there. 24 in viability. Just good no matter what the situation. Can't give it 25 though because it's not on the same level as some other characters in this game. Creativity, yeah, even though I hate them, there's a reason why he's the most used zombie. Pretty fun to play, but playing against them is like playing against a swarm of bees. Easily angered, and there's always another one. 15 no, because he's a bit basic. Stink Cloud's more of a hindrance against your bloody team half the time. Another instance of a Neighborville doing it better. Shame that they made this game with glitter glue and discarded ice pop sticks because it does have a few good quality of life changes in it.
Yeah, like Huskop is slightly better in BFN. Stink Cloud is slightly better in BFN. That's it. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Burrow's a little bit better, I suppose.
Vulnerability, as I've said before, most common character class in the entire game. For every engineer player, there's about 5 foot soldiers. Walnut Hills is the worst map in this game.
Absolutely. Not even close.
Every time you go in, and it's just 500 foot soldiers.
500 feet picks.
The worst person you've encountered in the Garden Warfare community probably plays nothing but soldiers and pea shooters. And this ain't just me being like, oh, I'm so unique because I'm not like the rest of you. I plays the golf star. I don't really play this game that much anymore anyway. Mostly because it won't bloody let me. Basically, there are plays.
Seized.
Meta's all figured out now. Most of the casual audience is left, especially on PC. And the only...
No more doom and gloom, man. Hope Max. Hope Max. Hope Max. Come on, be hopeful. Be hopeful. Where's Superman music? This one. Last Sun. The franchise will get better. PvZ3 will eventually get a good beta. Garden Warfare 2 will eventually get hacker control. We will continue finding new players. The franchise will heal eventually because I'm hopeful. Just like Superman. Anyways, gotta have a bit of hope in your life, even if it's objectively probably not gonna happen.
The ones that remain are those types of players. You know what I mean. And this one in particular gets a 261 over...
Jesus Christ. You're losing it, TBH. Going insane before even hitting 18 years old, bro. That'd be tragic.
Engineer, not stopping with the stocking. Very solid character design.
Fire riding.
Construct.
Have I been raiding? I completely forgot if I rated Foot Soldier. Ooh, I did. I'm good. I guess he's... I'd put him in all good, but none particular as well. I think my favorite part of his design is the cute little pencil he has. He is very creative, to be fair. Actually, no. Not fantastic creativity. It is very creative how he launches just freaking, like, solidified cement at the plants. And somehow that has splash damage. Big.
Hat, high-vis jacket, pencil. He's certainly working on something. 20 in appearance. Could have been perfect if they didn't shave him. Overall, the...
Alright, guys, ready? Can crunch. Rate that out of 10. I think that was a pretty good one.
The engineer is a very solid character. Has an ability that lets him move faster and jump higher. A mounted turret ability that deals an insane amount of damage. And a throwable object. Basically a fat pea shooter. Bolt blaster doesn't count as his hitbox. So sometimes I'll just use it as a shield until it's safe to skedaddle on out of there. 15. For some reason, they changed the engineer's middle ability in every single game. In Garden Warfare 1, he's got the Zombot drone. But no.
I kind of missed the drone a little bit. I especially liked the one with the big piss-off laser. The drone engineers had were kind of funny.
Oh, could have that in Garden Warfare 2 because the damned bird gained control over the Zomburbian airspace. In this game, he gets a P-Gatling clone because we didn't already have one of them. And then BFN just says, fuck it, compresses him, and...
Dude, I hate this character. I hate BFN engineers so
gives him
much,
three
dude.
entirely new abilities and lobotomizes him. 16 in creativity. Would get a massive penalty for the...
They'd be like, what if we take the most, like, utility-based character in the entire franchise and then just convert him into Junkrat from Overwatch? Dog shit.
Stun grenade. But rescuing an ally from being swallowed by some greedy chomper feels cathartic. But sometimes, he'll be too late. Tolerability.
I will have, like, an Oppenheimer moment if I'm too late to saving someone. I'll be like, oh my god. I failed my brethren. How could I have done this?
I just compared you to the pea shooter. That's not really a good look, is it? Good thing the engineer is nowhere near as irritating
Not
as the
even close.
pea shooter. Engineers are usually a victim rather than the aggressor. Constantly being harassed when they're trying to make a teleporter because your teammates would rather
That's why I love Electrician, by the way, but he got slandered in this ranking.
sit on the roof clip farming for ZPG jump shots, then cover you whilst 10,000 beam bombs get delivered to your doorstep. Still, they're basically just pea shooters that move slower and have bigger hitboxes, so they get an 11 in tolerability. 62 overall. Captain Cannon. I really like that cartoonish
Oh, he's playing Gangplank Galleon. That's tough.
hole in his hat. I feel like that it's perfect on its own. I don't even need to speak about anything else. 23 in appearance.
Pretty good appearance, actually, yeah. Like, he doesn't have anything, like... the only thing that's goated about his appearance is the hat. But it's, like, overall pretty solid. So, yeah, that's a fair rating.
It's perfect on its own. I don't even need to speak about anything else. 23 in appearance. Viability.
Oh.
Which blundering imbecile decided to make this thing deal 32
A game design genius.
splash damage in a 3-meter radius on every single one of its shots? Oh, but you have to detonate the shots in mid-air. I'll detonate you in mid-air if you don't pipe down. Again, even if you have the timing skills of Yanan's broken cuckoo clock, this is easy.
It has really big hit range, dude. Like, for a manual detonation character, his splash damage is huge for no reason.
He is held to use. I get they wanted it to reward players for landing detonation shots, but this is like giving someone 5 gold bars for getting a participation award, and if you manage to land the shots, that does like 50 bloody damage. 25 in viability. Extremely powerful and extremely easy to use. Again, detonation is good in concept, especially for a pirate variant that...
Yeah, very honestly, like, pretty goated creativity. Have I rated him yet? I don't think I have. Yeah, I still have him. You know, I think, once again, like, the creativity slot is going crazy right now. Just giving, like, the pirate class, which is, like, you know, just, like, I don't know the word to use, just, like, pirates in general are just kind of known for their cannons. And giving the explosive one some manual detonation. Very horribly balanced, but terrifically creative, so we'll give him that.
Fires cannonballs at people, but like just calm the hell down with the damage. They'll nerf the armor chomper like 8 times, but they'll give 30 splash damage McDavidson over
Yeah, he's fine.
here, about 5 buffs. 15. Tolerability. This is an Electropy with a drone. If you see a hover goat attached
Oh god, yeah.
to one of these things, then
Shout out.
just give up. 0. 63 overall. Pylon Imp.
Ooh. Oh, this is such a good placement. Purple Zombie finally cooked. I knew he had it in him. He was finally cooking. Ooh, do I put him... Shit, does this get another member? I think he gets a number... Dude, we have 2 characters in all good but fantastic tolerability. That tier is growing. The tolerability clan is slowly but surely becoming its own thing. I have such an easygoing time playing against a pylon. You know, like, every gunfight against a pylon imp feels fair. Hell yes, dude. And his mech is very fun. If I didn't put him in this tier, I'd put him in the creativity tier.
The disgusting, wiry neckbeard really adds to Imp's design. Combine that with the conehead representation, which, if you were unfortunate enough to have watched this video,
It's not a good look.
25 in appearance though, because that
I need to watch that video eventually. It looks really fun.
fits him perfectly. Don't even get me started on his cone mech. Pylon Imp's pretty decent, fires 2 explosive cones, might have the lowest damage per second.
Yeah, that's why he's, like, not too annoying. Like, he is good, but his damage is so low that I'm never, like, particularly pestered by him.
Out of any
In
imp,
any way.
but his mech is pretty good. Both of them. Why did they make the bling pylon mech? Why did they make
Because it looks sick. Look at this shit.
bling pylon mech?
Look at that thing, bro. That's fire. That is character design at its peak. Dude, the jaguar looking thing on its back. Dude. Bling pylon mech. Oh, where's like the backside of it? No. Bro, I just want to look at its back. Whatever. People in chat probably know what I'm talking about. He has like a cool lion looking thing on his back. That's why they made it. Best 500k I've ever spent in this game.
Why did they make that? It might look like just a reskin, but it's just better than a normal one
Yeah, it
because
does deal significantly more damage. Most bling variants actually do less damage.
it just does more damage with no downsides. Another pay-to-win ability from PopCap Games. I'm burning all my Plants vs. Zombies merchandise and dropping an anvil on my Garden Warfare 2 copy. So for not only being moderately okay, but also being the only variant on the zombie team to be able to place mines, kind of, the Pylon Imp gets 16. Other than the mines, the
Alright. Yeah, very creative character as well due to the pylon mech.
Pylon Imp has a pretty unique weapon. A funny mech. Even if they gave it the bloody all-star tackle again. So I think it gets an 18.
Ballad.
Pylon Imp is an insignificantly sized creature that has splash damage, and standing on a pylon mine just makes you question your life decisions. 5 in tolerability.
Yes! Okay, you know what? He finally cooked on a segment. Every single opinion he shared during this segment was correct. He had a correct opinion for once.
64 overall. Painter.
Ooh, I don't like Painter very much, actually. I don't know why he's very high. I'm already on YouTube. Whoops. Wow, we are really whittling down. Let's see, painter. 1 or 2 good aspects. In PvZ Plush, Conehead is a reincarnation of the god of time, has caused every bad event in existence, and becomes, in the future, a time traveler called Who MD. Wow. That's some lore. I would personally give that to, like, Buckethead or something. I feel like Bucketheads are a lot more evil, but yeah, I guess Coneheads are kind of shitheads. Anyways, I like the creativity of giving the engineer class a sniper. The problem is that the time in between each shot is so slow that I couldn't really care less about it. Like, I don't care about sniping very much when it's like, oh, I missed a shot. I can go watch the entire fucking Lord of the Rings trilogy while I wait for my shot to be ready to go again. Like, straight up, why make a sniper class if you can't shoot quickly?
Whilst the paint bucket
I do love his design, though.
crossbow is amazing, the painter looks like he's had an encounter with the Colonel Pot. Looks less like paint.
Butter on my head. He could have been an armor variant with his cone head, but fighting an imp with 100 health sounds terrible. I think you might be onto something, but maybe instead of just having more health, maybe it could be like an armor thing. Because armor is a mechanic in this game, like where you just take less damage overall. Maybe just give him armor. That would be kind of cool.
And more like he fell into the condiment table at a Weatherspoons. 14. Painter's a weird variant. Is like a sniper engineer that deals 48 damage a shot. I was praising Captain Cannon's viability for that earlier, but this is nowhere near as broken as Captain Cannon.
You know, its hitbox isn't like the size of Alaska, so it's not nearly as impressive.
And only fires 1 shot a second, so it's kinda like the camo cactus. Honestly, let him do 50 damage a shot. At least then he'd be able to 2-shot roses and sunflowers, is what I would say if they didn't randomly buff Sunflower to have 10 extra health for no reason. Still alright though, especially in Garden No Bloody Walls Fair 2, where sniping is easy. Also it has the stupid rock pea projectile momentum thing on it. Like, why would you do that? 13. Pea projectile momentum thing on it. Like, why?
He didn't even add any of the text. The chimpanzee just fucking killed himself. He's just done. Good editing, man.
Why would you do that? 13. I really like how the paint crossbow leaves behind little paint splodges everywhere. That's
Yeah, you can actually paint something with it.
cool detail.
This is how they make the party roast.
I still think this is a really cool concept for a character. Could have used another coat of paint, if you know what I mean, instead of just being left to dry and peel off the walls. 18.
See, that was just fire. Maybe Shakespeare isn't a name, but rather a title. One given to one worthy enough. Not just given to a single gifted spirits, but to the mindsets of gifted writing. Maybe that's what Shakespeare's meant all along. And we've just been too blinded by the first Shakespeare's great writing to truly understand the point of his name. He didn't mean to set the standard. He meant to inspire. That is the true meaning of Shakespeare. And Purple Zombie just proved it to all of us. Let's hear it one more time. Let's hear it.
Everywhere. That's cool detail.
This is how they make the party roast.
I still think this is a really cool concept for a character. Could have used another coat of paint, if you know what I mean, instead of just being left to dry and peel off the walls. 18. Tolerability. I respect whoever uses this guy. 18. 64 overall. Electro Brains. Boy, I sure...
What that? Bro, I am the biggest Super Brains glazer of all time. What the hell is my man doing this high? I'm sorry, dude. Electro Brains, this hurts to say because Electro Brains used to be my OG main. But dude, he doesn't deserve to be this high. I'm going to keep an absolute stack with you. One or two good aspects. I love his design. That's the reason I got so into him in the first place. I love Electro Brain's design. He is a creative character. You know, the concept of not just giving him electric damage, but also letting him just attack super fast, you know, kind of fits in with, like, the whole superhero gimmick the whole Super Brain's class is going for. The problem is viability, because he's just not good. This character feels like ass to play nowadays, because he's just been nerfed too hard, I feel like. Well, I can still have fun as him. He's still fine, but I rank him significantly lower than this.
Sure, wonder what element this character's design evokes.
I'm not sure. Probably water. It's like a water bender.
I think it might be the Bismuth variant of the Super Brains, 23 in appearance. Another
I agree. Sorry, I'm yawning.
character
Not because the video's boring, it's just very late.
that got executed by balance patches.
I'm used to being in bed at 8 p.m., bro.
Mostly because it used to do like 15 chain damage or something obscene like that on its beam. Look at all those down arrows. It's
God, don't you love to see it?
just a balance patch note, so the bloody stock market. I mean, his punches dealt about 90 damage in a full combo, which sounds like a lot, but the
Until you realize how long his punch combo
regular
is.
Super Brains does more than that, and he only has to hit 3 punches. He's just kind of somewhat okay, I guess, but he's 9.
Yeah, that's valid.
Lightning fast punches on a lightning character. That's kind of cool. Heals.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Wait a minute, he's cooking.
So as the
Why is he this high then? I guess tolerability.
strongest beam out of any Super Brains, but having the strongest beam out of any Super Brains is like having the strongest water pistol in a gang shootout 11. Again, Super Brains are too funny to be annoying. They can jump you sometimes, but their giant hitbox is just begging to get a couple of projectiles shot into it. 21, 64.
Oh, okay, fair enough. What the Christ did I just pause on? That's thumbnail. Save this shit for later, dude. Jesus Christ, that is a frightening image.
Okay. Super Commando.
Oh, dear God. It begins. Again, I really want to put him in the Rhodey Z spot, but I think for bit reasons, I can't. Just for, like, the joke. Dude, why the hell is General Supremo still on the tier list? Good all around, but fantastic viability. What do you want me to say? This dude, like, his whole gimmick is that he only needs to shoot 3 shots before he needs to reload, but his reload's also very quick. And then it proceeds to give you 2 reloads, so your reload just practically doesn't exist. So you pretty much just have unlimited ammo with, like, insane DPS. This character is nuts. If you're just trying to go on, like, a fun-ass kill streak, this is always who you go for. Looks like an analog horror. Plants vs. Zombies analog horror. I remember finding this shit-ass, like, for the movie The Bad Guys. While I was editing my video about that movie, I found, like, a shitty-ass The Bad Guys analog horror. Yeah, I think it was made with AI. It was pretty bad. I don't love chucking around, like, the AI allegations, because, like, you know, human art will always be better than that shit, but it really did seem like it, bro.
What's that?
Oh, Animal D.
That is not a picture of me.
What it is?
That is a picture of Adolf Hitler.
Seeing this character in a lobby is like
The hell is the context of that clip?
seeing a nuclear bomb about 30 feet above your house. Its appearance. Got the Zane haircut.
You're built different.
And the crossbow is a pretty decent look. Even if he does look
I've noticed this guy's like a genuine Ninjago nerd, bro.
like he's been dunked in
I mess with it. Everyone needs at least like 5 autistic hyperfixations.
mint sauce. Completely drenched in green. The color of resentment and envy. Very fitting for this creature. Viability-wise, another
This creature.
Agent P level threat. You think Oh, they nerfed it in Garden Warfare 2 because he only has 3 ammo now instead of 4. That's not true, because with that 0.48 second reload time, he's gone from 4 ammo to infinite bloody ammo. Can always be firing at the plants.
Yeah, no, straight up, dude, if you have the 2 reload upgrades, he just doesn't have a reload.
A constant stream of destruction.
I finish in bed faster than this character reloads, dude, I swear down.
With no rest. And combining that with the insane mobility of a...
I'm sorry, dude, why did I say that? I'm actually an embarrassment of a human being. Whatever, let's just keep
foot
watching.
soldier,
man.
and you've got the ultimate concoction of greasy meta sweat character. Easy 25 in viability. A burst
Jesus Christ, I'm actually a loser. Whatever.
fire crossbow weapon that needs to be reloaded every time it's fired is very cool. And even though it's busted beyond belief, it's pretty satisfying to unload 3 arrows directly into some bastard
He is very fun.
jumper. Maybe it should have taken a bit longer than...
It's especially satisfying. It's especially satisfying to just straight up, like, hit all headshots, like, brrr, done, brrr, dead, brrr, gone, brrr, dropped. Like, it is a fantastic feeling. There is a certain amount of whimsy with this character. Just a bit of fun to play on occasion.
than 3 nanoseconds to reload, but I still think we have a 25 in creativity for this thing. As for its tolerability, least tolerable character
Getting like a -5.
in the entire game. If there's an enemy super commando, then they'll let you bloody know about it. And if it's a super commando with a bloody clan tag, then just return to the backyard.
Clan tag.
We all know the types of...
Oh my god. He made like a... This is one of the characters... What the shit? Oh, is there football news? Football? No, just politics? I'm not reading that. Hold on. Football? Just boring ass politics? Okay.
people that play this character, your bog stand...
Anyways, let's see what this is looking like. This person will talk about shitty PvZ drama. #1 hardware adapter user. I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10 on it.
Sweaty Simon type of guy to start gunning for you in particular if you so much as dare in their 5 vanquish streak, because they take this game a little bit too seriously. Type of guy to start bragging about his Garden Warfare 2 KD ratio in your Xbox DMs because they haven't achieved much else. Has more hours in Garden Warfare 2 than hours in education. Bedroom probably looks like the aftermath of the...
You know, I wonder how many hours I have in school. That's actually like an interesting thing to think about. Gotta be like 5,000, right? It's quite a bit. Like 5 times the amount I have in Garden Warfare 2. That's sad. I gotta get those numbers up.
A blitz. If the Germans drop 10,000 empty cans of Coke and McDonald's packaging on the Allies. The physical manifestation of cartoon stink lines. 0 hygiene, 0 socialization skills, 7 Google documents written about their dodgy behavior. So for tolerability, it gets a -2. Intolerable to play against.
I'm surprised he didn't give it a -25 or some shit.
Intolerable to interact with. 65 overall. Golf star. Who let this pensioner onto the team?
What the fuck? What the fuck? You haven't ranked Golf Star yet? You haven't ranked Golf Star yet? What? Okay, something we discussed last time we reacted to this video, like the first half of this video, was how well an all-star variant represents the sport. So, like, for example, Tennis Star was at least, like, a good attempt at representing tennis because of how constant and fast it is. You know, giving him a fast running speed is kind of cool. Wrestling Star, my GOAT, does a great job at representing wrestling because, you know, he's, like, a big, luggy one. He's, like, the heavy-hitting, slow one. You know, that's pretty wrestling-coded. Golf. Like, I guess you shoot from pretty long ranges while playing golf. So I'll give you... You won't be quite awful all around. You'll just be pretty bad all around. No, you'll be awful all around. Fuck you. This is like one of the worst rankings of the whole video. I ain't gonna play. Why is he so high?
No, for a fact, the entire reason
Oh, we've been going. Jesus Christ, dude. Man, I streamed so long. What the hell?
Zomboss conquered the moon was to put a golf course on it to
I do love that.
get in good with his voter base.
You imps and your fandangled machines. Back in my day, imps got
Thrown 3 tiles into a nest of gloom shrooms and died immediately. 20 in appearance. I personally really like playing as the Golf Star for some reason.
I don't.
He's probably the best all-star at range, which, being the long range
No, he's not. Golf Star's better.
variant and all, isn't that shocking? But
Golf Star's like about the same at long range and then can actually do shit at close range. Like, there's no point to this character existing.
considering what they did with the close range variant is a bloody miracle. 15 in viability. Now I've got to be a bit lenient with the All-Stars creativity score because half of them do the same fucking thing. But the Golf Star being the long range variant is pretty thematic and it actually benefits him. And his goofy sounding gun amuses.
You know what? You put up a fair enough case. Damn, C tier is still huge.
Me. Why does it sound like someone putting Freddy Fazbear in a blender? 14. Since the Golf Star is incentivized to keep away from you, there probably aren't gonna be punting many imps unless they use the long bomb, which is so difficult to use that getting killed by one is just kind of funny. Also, if you're getting really tilted over the bloody Golf Star, then you're a lost cause. Still has the imp punt and tackle though, so he ain't getting higher than a 16. 65 overall. General Supremo.
Oh my god, dude. It took you long enough. What are we doing? Dude. Where... Put fucking metal pedal in here somewhere. Put metal pedal right there. I grabbed her by accident. Where is he? General Supremo? What are we doing? What? What? His design isn't good aside from the kind of creative rocket launcher. He's not good, like, from a gameplay perspective. He's just a worse foot soldier. You know, he's still not very tolerable, though, because he's a foot soldier still. You know, he still has ZPG, he still has taunts, he still has jump shots and 360s and XX gamer tags and all that jazz. And he's the least creative gimmick ever. It's just instead of reloading, he has overheating. Wolfie was tweaking, saying this guy's worse than Centurion. Wolfie was correct, saying he's worse than Centurion. What the hell is the clip where he says that? You know, that would be a huge ass tangent. He's right. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I think of nothing but something. But he's right. This character sucks.
I like this one.
He was the first character foot soldier I played, though, so I have a bit of a soft spot for him.
One in the Garden Warfare PC trailer that just starts screaming at this chud commando to stop daydreaming about that 200 kill Walnut Hills game and wake up. This is actually a subcategory of General Supremo called a Chieftain, who appears as a challenge wave enemy in the first game. Poor guy got Dumbo
That's more interesting than literally anything about General Supremo's gameplay.
voted in Garden Warfare 2. Nowhere to be seen. But yeah, for something that's basically just a higher ranking foot soldier in Zomboss's Legion, a 24.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from. The only part of his design that I truly like is his gun. I kind of like the little red spines he's got on his gun.
In appearance. However, as an actual
I understand what you mean, though. That is some, fun world building. That he's kind of like a higher ranked version of the foot soldier. So maybe could we have made this the legendary variant so he's actually interesting? I know he was introduced in Garden Warfare 1, but still.
fighter, the general
Could we have done anything to kind of like incorporate the fact that he's a higher ranked foot soldier into the gameplay at all, instead of just making him a worse version? Look at the damage output. He hits 2 less damage than a regular foot soldier, man. How is this dude higher ranked? He has a worse weapon.
Supremo is a bit
And it's less accurate, I think. I don't remember, really.
lacking. He does a bit less damage than the normal foot soldier, which, you know, he gets infinite ammo. There's a pretty good trade-off, but you also lose all mobility whilst you're firing. And we all know how much foot soldiers love to constantly be smacking the spacebar harder than the developers were smacking the tennis star's gun with a hammer. However, you can jump and fire a bit, and then jump and fire a bit more. I don't know, he still gets like an 18. Pretty cool concept.
A dog on him the entire segment. I don't know, man. He still gets 20. I guess he's still a foot soldier, so he's still pretty good. But I don't know, man. I struggle to do well when playing this character.
Except for a variant, you're never gonna have to reload again. 16 in creativity.
What? Oh, let me rewind a bit.
And then jump and fire a bit more. I don't know, he still gets like an 18. Pretty cool concept for a variant. You're never gonna have to reload again. 16.
No, it's not. Like, realistically, it's just the same gameplay loop. Except maybe you, instead of just waiting for overheat, you can kind of space out your weapon. But I think in gunfights, like in Garden Warfare 2, where they're usually, you know, pretty fast and succinct, I don't think that's a very valuable gimmick. It works on All-Stars because they're bulky. You know, they have 200 health. This is a twink, bro. All-Stars are little bears. This is a twink right here. He's got 125. You think this dude's lasting longer than, like, what, 10 seconds in a gunfight? Not unless he uses literally all of his abilities.
In creativity. Probably one of the more tolerable foot soldiers. Takes a bit longer to kill you, and you're less likely to see these things jumping around like a crack-addled frog, so that's a plus. Still, only a 10 in tolerability. 68 overall. Astronaut.
Woo! This is a shout right here. Also, can we just appreciate how, like, all the best Super Brainses are yet to be ranked? That is truly beautiful. He is cooking on that standpoint. He's cooking with the Super Brains rankings. Just being a bit strange on a lot of other ones. Also, is he ranking Dr. Chester or not? So I really don't think he should be this high, man. I guess he is really funny. He's a very silly fella. Shit, man, I don't know. Fantastic creativity. I literally said this earlier. I just love that you're actually able to, like, play a bit of a supporty role while playing astronaut. Excuse me. Because you're still able to do consistent damage from a long ways back while you're chilling with your team. So this is like a perfect expansion on scientist gameplay while still feeling like unique and not being like a complete betrayal. Great character. Also, his design's cool. He's pretty annoying, so I could see his tolerability being pretty low. Very creative, though. And quite good. His DPS is quite consistent.
Certainly does look like an astronaut. Even if this man would die in seconds in the cold vacuum of space, because he's cracked his...
Yeah, but apparently no one dies in space in this universe. I like it when video game series is, like, you know, Mario, Sonic, Plants vs. Zombies. I'm sure there's like 100 other ones. They're literally just like, oh yeah, our characters can breathe in space. Just deal with it. They just can. Even the movies, bro. Like, the Mario Galaxy movie didn't care at all. It was just like, yeah, you can breathe in space. Who gives a fuck? We barely put them in space at all.
Bloody helmet. I like how his spacesuit says Zessa on it. Zombos needs to put more money into the space program. Can't even give this guy a full spacesuit. You can see his bloody boxers. Maybe you can subsidize the budget you spent on comically long flagpoles. Could make a Mars base Z with that.
See, that's actually like one of my favorite plot lines in BFN.
Spacesuit. You can see his...
You got two plot lines in Garden Warfare style games. You've got like the genuinely kind of cool plot lines, like your Great White Norths, your shit, what is that one Garden Warfare 1 map about the tactical cuke? It's like downtown or something. Cactus Canyon. Got all those. And then you just got the stupid-ass goofy ones like Zomburbia and the cheese one from BFN, bro. Piss if I know.
Bloody boxers. Maybe you can subsidize the budget you spent on comically long flagpoles.
Yeah, this shit is kind of funny. I respect the gag.
Could make a Mars-based Z with that. The astronaut is a much longer-range scientist. Scientists and zombies in general, really, are pretty good at peeking around corners because their projectiles come from their guns and not from the center of their bodies, like the plants. And a corner-peeking sniper with self-healing is as good as it sounds. 23 in viability. They represented the vastness of space pretty perfectly with this.
Yeah. No, actually, that's actually a very valid point that I missed out on. Like, creativity-wise, like, you know, space as just, like, a general enigma in your mind is very vast and wide and, you know, long. I don't know how the universe works anymore. Apparently, it's like a donut now. But, like, you know, representing that with, you know, a long-range weapon, that's cool. That's some good thematic gameplay design.
Character. As usually, these guys
Why is this dude running the health upgrade on Astronaut, by the way?
will be about 3 light years away at the back of the map, gunning you down in seconds. So I think a 20 in creativity. Intolerable, self-healing sniper that can just teleport away if you get close to it. One of the more prickish scientist variants
Jesus Christ, he got clipped.
to exist. At least it doesn't have splash damage and can set you on fire. 469 overall. Hover Goat free
Yo. Oh, and he's playing Goat Simulator music.
3,000. It's so funny to me that they decided to just make a playable.
That's some ball knowledge, kind of. How niche is Goat Simulator, really? Like, does anyone in chat, if anyone's actually in chat, we're pretty dim right now, that's okay. Do they know about Goat Simulator? This is just genuinely the most creative character ever. Like, you know, I love the idea of Torchwood. You know, they were like, let's turn a video game boss into a playable character. That's always fun. It's always fun to do that kind of thing with a character. And then you got the zombie team unlockable character that's a fucking goat on a hoverboard. Like, they were smoking more crack than Stephen King when coming up with this character. But dear God, they were cooking. And he's also, you know, even his moveset's super creative because they made him a support. You'd think with a design, it's almost like subversive. You'd think with a design like this, they'd, you know, go ham on like super technical damage dealing stuff. But no, he speeds up his team. He damage boosts his team, and then he has a big piss off laser with his technology. Fantastic character design. I love Hovergoat. Perfect rating.
Goat classed, whilst Gravedigger is just rotting in that test tube.
Get fucked.
Wait, Junior, is that your dog?
Yeah.
They put your dog in the game, but not me?
Okay, everybody loves Chain Chomp.
He doesn't even have arms, Junior. He's holding the racket with his mouth. I have arms. Put me in the game.
Okay, look, Cody, look, everybody knows who Chain Chomp is, and he's been in a million games.
Right, of course.
So have I, Junior. I've been here for years. Wait, who the fuck is
No, you haven't.
that?
You don't want to know who that is.
Oh, I want to know who that is, Junior. Show me.
Spike.
Spike! Who the fuck is...
I like how they actually put a spin
That's a good fill-in for Spike.
on its design instead of just downscaling a boss with no changes like that other bastard. Rides a hoverboard, has a laser gun, and a mohawk. 16.
Way too low of a design for how like just genuinely hilarious this is, but
In appearance. If you just look at his primary weapon, he's literally a worse foot soldier. Like, it's basically the exact same weapon, just with lower damage. But people aren't playing this guy
Yeah, he's a support.
with a radical ray gun. They're playing it so they can pocket their e-boyfriends whilst they farm kills with Captain Cannon as Super Commando with the damage buff beam, which increases their damage by 30%. A funny thing to do is to pocket like a DJ uplink or something.
Wait, that's so smart. So when it nukes like a Colonel Corn and like barely clips them, it still does like good damage. That's actually hilarious. Oh, I'm stealing that.
It takes that 80 damage projectile to a whopping 104 damage. Perfect for raining divine judgment upon those horrible agent peas. 15 in viability. Other than the primary weapon being an almost exact clone of the foot soldier, his ability set is pretty alright. Got the aforementioned damage buff beam, can boost the speed of its ally.
The only ability I'm kind of iffy on is his whatchamacallit, his speed up. It's just kind of alright. I understand what they were going for, and yeah, it kind of makes sense for a hoverboard to move fast, but they could have done something slightly more interesting.
And it has a giant fuck-off laser, a more suitable reward for multiple months of toiling in whatever rancid concoction of crazy settings they've put in the mystery mode portal.
We still talk about you, old mystery portal.
Oh, the first support character to not just heal people sometimes. 25 in creativity. On its own, Hovergoat isn't
Goated rating, by the way.
very annoying at all. It's basically just a lesser foot
No one plays him either, which is kind of sad, but that does make him very tolerable.
soldier. But if they're pocketing a better character, then you'll want to send that thing into the slaughterhouse and put his
Don't you?
remains
I won't make the Animal Farm reference, bro, because I hate that movie.
into a nice broth. 13 in tolerability. 69 overall. Imp. The Imp is a very cool
Adaptation
of this.
True! No, I've been saying this for a very long time. It is so creative. How they took a character whose entire gimmick that was that he was just a little second phase to the mini-boss of the Gargantuar, and then proceed to have him summon, like, the equivalent to a Gargantuar in the form of a mech. He's like a reverse of what Imp used to be. It is so cool. And Z-Mechs in general are just genius. Like, they're so fun. I made a whole video on why the Imp and Z-Mech are tough, but, you know, you can go watch that yourself if you want. Honestly, we might have our first God tier. Yeah, I'm putting this in God tier. I'll limit myself to 3 characters in God tier. Right now, it kind of looks like Hockey Star is like the second best character in the game. I promise you he's not. All of these 4 are like the same quality.
Little goblin from PvZ1 instead of being thrown by a
I
gargantuan.
love this image, by the way. This image of him is so tough. The reboot or the old animal, dude, the reboot just fucking pisses me off. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna LARP Animal Farm. I'm not gonna pretend I was like a huge Animal Farm fan or anything. But the fact that, from what I've heard, it just completely betrays the actual message of the book, that's actually embarrassing. And you have Seth Rogen as a stand-in for Joseph Stalin. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing? Whatever. Let's talk about PvZ.
He throws down a giant mech suit, but even without that, he looks really goofy, but in a good way. A perfect 25 in appearance. Shout out to this story mode mission where the entire objective is to guide these moronic little creatures for a minefield for a picnic. Imps are very
goated. No, I don't love the single player too much. Like, it's alright, but it's nothing, like, to write home about. There's occasionally a mission that's just really charming. Like, you got the one where you control the plane for Colonel Corn, and then you got that one where you escort a shit ton of little shit imps. I don't know why I said shit twice. I sound like a loser all of a sudden. Anyways.
very solid class, 100 DPS, and I'm starting to realize why the plants get absolutely obliterated by the zombies constantly. Much like the Citron, the Imp's party variant is pretty much a direct upgrade to it. Due to the Imps having the lowest health in the game, they often get
This is like the only character where it's valid to have a health upgrade.
bullied by very common threats like the Plasma Pea and the Future Cactus. So I think a 15 is generous for being an outclassed little thing. Creativity, I think the Z-Mech and its double jump alone sets it to a guaranteed 25. Could have maybe been the first character to rise above a 25 if its other 2 abilities were up to standard. Cause Gravity Grenade and Imp Kata, that's just not it. Like, did we really need a 5th character with a bloody stun ability?
What are you talking about, man? There's not nearly enough CC in this game. We needed more CC, actually. We needed Super Brains to have an ability where he punches you so hard that you get all dizzy and like birds start flying around your head and the music slows down. It's like that would have been perfect. That would have made the game go from a 9.9 out of 10 to a perfect 10.
Game's called Garden Warfare 2, not Garden Wait for 2 minutes to use your controller. Tolerability, already explained why imps are annoying, might have gotten a lower score if it didn't die to being coughed on. 72 overall.
Alright, yeah, valid points. I would rank him way higher, but valid points.
Captain Deadbeard.
Shit, does he get... No, he doesn't quite get god privileges. But this is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most creative class in the game. Just like the mere idea of having your gameplay style completely shift the second you click the LT button, or the right click if you're a nerd, or the L2 button if you're a really big nerd. That's just so cool. And the fact that all of his abilities are not only like pretty fun and unique, but also perfectly tie into the pirate theme. Genuinely, like, Shakespearean character design, bro. God, I love Captain Deadbeard. Wonderful character. I tried to unpause the video via here.
I like how all the stock variants are pretty much just all in a row. Kind of makes editing annoying because there's like 25-minute long segments back to back to back. But Deadbeard is your bog standard pirate. No qualms with his design. I like how when he spawns in sometimes he'll say,
The old Turbo Twister was basically a Center Herd. Not really, it just used to deal actual damage instead of whatever the hell it does now. Now it's just kind of like, you might get arrested for being like the tickle monster towards plants or something like that. That's about it.
For a fight.
people have killed for less. I like how when he's in his barrel, his eye sticks out. This is fun.
Yeah, that's cute.
Funny. 25 in appearance. Deadbeard is extremely powerful. Is basically just Cactus but better. Cactus bears a shotgun, an ability that lets it
It's so cool.
skedaddle away from a bad situation, and its drone can just instantly detonate someone. And whilst the Cactus might have a higher damage output, because of the gigantic
Only a little bit.
critical hitboxes on all the plants, it pretty
God, this really is just not a well-balanced video game. Like, plants are just at an active disadvantage no matter what you do.
much balances out to being around the same. Cactus is still funnier though, so Deadbeard gets a 24. As I just said, Deadbeard is basically just a less funny version of the Cactus. Still a 21 in creativity.
Yeah, in my opinion, the most creative character in the game, but fair enough.
Unlike the Cactus, I have a lot less patience for Cactus.
Bar maybe Super Brains. Super Brains might be a bit more creative. Or maybe some of the plants. Dude, this is just such a creative video game. God, you know, like, give it all the shit you want. In its modern state, it's not very good. God damn, this game's creative. We love it for it.
Deadbeard, mostly because he's the Cactus's biggest hater, completely tried to steal her thunder. That's why he's a pirate. He's a pirated version of the Cactus. And with how good sniping is in this game, you're gonna get about 10 different types of malware on your PC. Free intolerability. 73 overall. Camo Ranger.
Oh, okay. This is another one where it's just like, I love the concept they did with Garden Warfare 2 variants, where they kind of combine two different play styles to kind of help you ease into certain characters. Like, for example, this version of Foot Soldier could help ease you into more sniper-based characters. And so that's why we love Camo Ranger. Once again, he's just a creative fella. Put him in this slop fest right here. Like 30 characters in one tier, but that's okay. It's almost like this is a... Jesus. Voice crack. It's almost like this is just a very creative video game or something like that.
Ranger is a foot soldier that is covered in the dead remains of its enemies in order to blend in amongst them,
That is
doubling
kind of,
as both camouflage
that is kind of horrifying when you put it like that, yeah.
and intimidation. Whilst it isn't as funny as the long nose of the camo cactus, it still has a really long gun, so it gets a 25 in appearance. The Camo Ranger adapts a more campy playstyle to that of the other foot soldiers, less about spamming all their abilities in an attempt to garner 5 views on a PlayStation PlayStation 4 community post, and more about sitting at the back of the map and shooting people. Basically a better version of the Centurion that trades fire damage for more damage. 22 in viability. Very solid concept, turning a character into a straight up sniper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just super creative. That's why I like him so much.
For one of its variants is
Penetration upgrade!
God damn it.
I fucking hate this upgrade.
it replaces his damage upgrade as well.
Yeah, I think on my Camera Ranger I just have it set to zoom. I just have a zoom upgrade instead.
Deducting points. 22. It's a foot soldier and a sniper. If I gave it any more than a 5, then I'd be lying. 74 overall.
The scallywag.
I've made that noise like 5 times in a row. Very, very a bull game. Where is he? There he is. Actually, I think that's where I'm putting him. His design is just fantastic. I love his beautiful, majestic beard. And even more so, I love how his mech is just a walking pirate ship with a goddamn shotgun. Like, that's peak character design right there. And the rest of his elements are fantastic as well, of course. I do actually like the uniqueness of the fact that he only takes 3 kills to get his legendary mode, but it doesn't count shareds. So a bit of a more unique type of legendary. I like it.
Imp. It's a pirate and an imp, and its mech is a pirate ship with a shotgun. 25 in appearance.
True!
And that's not even accounting for him just bloody swallowing his gun when he reloads.
That is fire.
Supposed to pump the enemies full of lead, not pump lead through your intestines. Scallywag Imp is a legendary character, but its mode charges after 3 kills instead of 5. Won't see any footage of it though, because the match ended despite everyone literally still being on the bettering.
It's fucked up. God, we love how polished this glitchless masterpiece is.
Ram, I thought it went into overtime when that happened. His mode's pretty much a non-factor anyway. All it does is give you like a little speed buff. His mech, pretty good as a buff version.
I think a speed buff is pretty valuable as an imp, in my opinion.
Of Imp Hunt and Imp Carter. 17. A lot of good concepts rolled up into this little guy. Whilst his meter might be a bit the music's alright. Making up for the boring flag of power music they gave the other legendary pirate. 25 in creativity. Don't find myself getting tilted at this scallywag more than any other one of these minuscule menaces. So 7 in tolerability.
Fair enough.
74.
I don't get annoyed by this one as much just because of how slow his fire rate is. Dying to him feels a lot more fair when I don't feel like I'm getting just genuine like overexerted in every sense imaginable. I'd give him like a 15 in tolerability. Maybe a bit lower, actually.
Overall.
We're in the final 10, baby. Let's go.
Toxic Brain.
A bit, just a teensy bit too low, bro. I'm gonna keep it an absolute stack. I'm gonna keep it an absolute stack with you, bro. That's just a wee bit too low, my bro. Goated. I love him so much. Every single element of Toxic Brains is just beyond perfect. Name one thing about Toxic Brains that isn't perfect. Tolerability. That's what it is. That's okay. Yeah, he's kind of annoying. I guarantee you his score is going to be a 75. He's just going to have 25, 25, 25. And then tolerability is going to be a fucking 0. That's going to be what happens.
We got the Pickle, a scientist, an abysmal fan base, and a man that turns into...
Dude, Jesus Christ.
We got the Pickle, a scientist, an abysmal...
God, do they really just spam this bit now? Like, they just spam the worse than Epstein bit over and over? Cough, cough, Z7. Z7 was a while ago, right? Yeah, Z7 was a while ago. Oh yeah, his beam isn't that great either. What's going on? Sorry, lads, there's stuff going on. His beam isn't that great. You're right. I'd still put him in God tier. I love him way too much. He's not quite my favorite character, though. That's reserved for someone else.
More fan base and a man that turns into green slop.
More they would need to go to Wendigo to get me red gem.
What the fuck was that? That was a really weak bit. I might just cut that out. Toxic
You didn't.
Brains is just entirely made of sludge, and I find that good.
It is quite amusing.
25 in appearance. Viability-wise, despite the average player treating this character more like an omen of death than a melee character that deals a maximum of...
Well, yeah, that's the thing about his legendary meter. You can just farm weeds or potted plants to get your legendary. You don't even need to confront players before you get it.
30 damage outside his legendary meter. You might have been gaslighted into thinking this guy is not complete ass. Yeah, he hits like a nuclear warhead when he gets his mode, but with how weak he is outside of it, most of the time it's just a dud. Toxic Brains is more of a punishment for people who spam vase weeds than a meta.
True, dude. I love seeing a vase weed as a Toxic Brains, bro. It's literally just a free toxic overload.
A threat, because all he has to do to charge his meter
No, it's mine, you fucking prick!
is punch things. Spawning a vase weed with a Toxic Brains on the enemy team is like spawning a toddler when there's an XL Pitbull on the enemy team. You're just feeding them at that point. But still, he's very situational, so he only gets a 9. Most of the time, you just...
Really? Yeah, no, I'm sorry, dude. The teensiest... I don't like using this word very often. The teensiest skill issue is involved in you ranking it there, but okay.
die when you're literally
valid enough.
Doing the punch that will give you the meter. Come on! Those sunflowers were basically an all-you-can-eat fucking Pizza Hut buffet.
Yeah, that is true. That is so sad.
Hey, if those plants were any closer together, they'd have to have this area reclassified as a public park. Creativity. This is a really cool character. He evokes such fear in the plant.
He's just so cool, dude. It's a legendary character who actually has like a unique way of getting your legendary mode. And that's what I love about it so much. Like, I feel a different strategy evoke in me. That I worded that so wrong. I have different strategic gameplay when I'm playing this character as opposed to when I'm playing Party Brains. Or just any other legendary. Even Scallywag, who has a decently unique meter himself.
And team, because even though his punches might be a bit weak, at any point he can just enter Toxic Overload and just instantly kill you. You are just dead if this thing catches you lacking when that overload is active. Despite the amount of slander I was giving Chomper in the last video, Chompers are very good at countering.
Oh, boppity bop. That was a very accurate text message for him. Yeah, that's exactly what he says. Oh, boy.
Countering Super Brains because of that stupid bloody spikeweed. 25 in creativity.
Goated. No, that's a great ranking though.
Toxic Brains don't really make me upset. They make me afraid. And not like Chomper afraid, where it's like,
ugh, what are those rotten creatures?
Imagine being deployed to fight in suburbia and the first thing you see is a giant glowing green man emerge from the heavens above.
Arrival, worm.
That's... Toxic Brains would be like the main antagonist of a Garden Warfare 2 series.
16 in tolerability, 75 overall. Shrimp.
Are we serious, bro? Like, his name being a funny pun is the best part of his character. That is just objectively the most valuable thing about him.
That's a good name, that is. Honestly, we needed more imps with this naming convention. Could get the chimp.
The pimp.
The blimp. The pimp.
Yeah, the pimp.
The gimp. Got shrimp gun.
The limp. Like he's just injured the entire time. Bro got blindsided in the middle of a kickoff return.
And a shrimp hat. Perfect 25 in appearance. The shrimp is slightly more longer range than the imp, further supported by its mech, which pretty much just has a pre-patched citron beam on it. Can give them the whole prawn cocktail.
I mean, he is very... I guess his mech is very good. He's not very good, though. He's just a worse reg imp.
Across the map.
Which I think he's already said. I kind of wasn't listening.
A favourite flavour of crisps. 18 in viability. The mech on this thing might be my favourite to play as, mostly because of the jump ability. The water cyclone ability is basically a non-factor.
Yeah, it doesn't exist at all. I do kind of like the jump. It's not... I don't know. I guess his mobility is kind of fun, but I'm just kind of bored when I play Shrimp. Like, he's just kind of there.
Bloody do anything half
I feel like the character designers put in way more effort than the actual, like, developers.
time. Still easy 25 in creativity. Probably on par with stock in terms of how annoying it is. Yet again, I don't know, I'm running out of things to say. Just gotta know when to flash the number 8 on the screen and be done with it. 76 overall. Cosmic Brain.
The single-handedly best character in the whole fucking game. Maybe he's just the slightest bit annoying. But even when going off of your metric, he is just so perfect. His design perfectly sets up the type of gameplay you should be set for. He's very good if you learn how to play him correctly. And when it comes to creativity, you kill the plants by punching them so hard that they go into a black hole and are unrevivable. That is such a creative gimmick. I love it to bits, especially since it works so well against sunflowers, so you can cancel out the lesbian couples. That came out very wrong. No, fuck. I only dislike lesbian couples when it's annoying sunflower players. In Garden Warfare 2.
Why does he have the same texture as the
Love the Mario Galaxy Mario Galaxy music. Also, spray on shoes is a pull. That's
spray on shoes? Still, got those swirly galaxy eyes, and he's purple. Nothing to complain about. 25 in appearance.
Yup.
Yet again, his charge-up gimmick is really cool. You can just perform some bloody Tekken combos on the plant.
Yeah, you really can. Like, my favorite thing to do is full charge punch them into a super ultra ball. Like, that shit's fire.
They tried to limit Cosmic Brain's power by making him unable to charge his weapon in mid-air, but because this
that doesn't work anymore, like, it's too laggy.
Game has the server speed of an amputated sloth, you can just
an amputated sloth.
Do it anyway. That's how powerful Cosmic Brains is. He just ignores the input restrictors. Further evidence of his strength is the fact that a charged punch will just send a plant out of this dimension if it vanquishes them. They're just...
I'd put that in creativity. But...
gone. Yeah, sorry, Mrs. Barbecue Corn, but your husband's body is about 700 billion light years away.
Bro's in like a different video game franchise at this point. He's with a company that actually knows what the hell they're doing.
Actually, Barbecue Corn wouldn't have a wife because no one would love him. With all that third partying, the only room in a relationship Barbecue Corn can occupy is the cuck chair. Still, he's a super brain,
dude,
and they ain't that good. Really fun, but only a 10. A 25 in creativity, though. Only the twisted minds at PopCap could think of a superhero zombie that sends plants into a black hole because he punches them too hard. I know being spaghettified might sound a little bit annoying, but as I've said previously, I do not find this class annoying. In this game, anyway, so I don't know, like 60...
I hate Brainium Basher so much. Canonically, he's arguably the strongest zombie. I think he is, and then Plasma P is the most powerful plant. They're both probably not multiversal, but they're pretty close. They're probably universal.
76 overall.
I would love to see a Red the Angry Bird versus Pea Shooter death battle. Except I think it would be kind of a blowout. I think pea shooter would kind of destroy.
Sanitation expert. Come on now.
I forgot this character existed, dude. No, his design's good enough to stay in C. His design's good enough to stay in C. Fair enough.
Now is the Bin Man. How can you not like the Bin Man?
I do like the Bin Man. I just don't like the Bin Man's gameplay. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
He's got a bin on his head, a bin on his back, and yet this design is one of the least bins things in this game. Like how his weapon is just a novelty grabber toy you'd find in a beachside storefront right next to a rust-flavored stick of rock. Also, his weapon is called the Toxic Trash, which is a clever and subversive reference to the Garden Warfare 2 player base, 25 in appearance. Sanitation expert is pretty much just straight up better than stock. Projectiles might move a bit slower, and
Yeah, but projectile speed doesn't matter too much. Well, I like certain things about him, but I'd never really play him unless I'm grinding for max rank. Which, you know, I'm inevitably gonna have to do, but...
one less damage. The usually useless toxic damage will add a couple of frees to that. Combined with the fact that it actually gets a useful damage upgrade instead of the asinine toxic upgrade.
Yay! God, I hate the toxic upgrade so much. Pisses me off when it's like a toxic character I dislike. You know, I get to elite number 5 and I'm like, oh my god, yes, I can finally start playing the game again. It gives me the fuck ass toxic upgrade, bro. Piss off.
And I reckon that's a 17 in viability. Whilst he is technically an elemental reskin variant, the fact that he does not have a toxic aura makes him more appealing, because again, he gets a damage upgrade. And it shows that PopCap respects the trash collecting profession. 10 in creativity, 25 in tolerability, because he's the Bin Man and I love him. What the hell was that? Does he just keep a spare bolt blaster in his back pocket or something?
Yeah, he really does. So, oh shit, he ate that. Good thing I got my handy dandy cargo pants.
That's what I love about the Bin Man. Always prepared for every scenario. 77 overall. All-Star. This is like the only zombie class to be based
I do love All-Star.
off of a PvZ1 character. Not a bad thing that they had original ideas, obviously, but having a couple of so retro
Alright. I forgot to rank him. I do really like All-Star. Great creativity. They turned a lot of football references into genuinely fun abilities. And I commend that. Whoops.
references to remind PvZ fans of when they had any semblance of happiness in their lives. Also isn't a bad thing.
It's funny because it's true.
I like his football cannon, and even though his variants barely changed, it's not his fault. He's just the trendsetter. That's why he's called the All-Star, because they all try and steal his fit. 25. As for viability, he's probably one of, if not the best All-Star, which really just adds to the redundancy half of these things have. On par.
You know, I think that's why I enjoy BFN All-Star about as much as as Garden Warfare 2 All-Star, because I don't really feel the lack of variance very much. Like, besides, like, Hockey Star and Wrestling Star, like, I really don't need variance for this character. He's kind of just fun the way he is.
If not better than Hockey Star, Imp Punt is extremely powerful, and Sprint Tackle is a multi-purpose mobility / break your opponent's ribcage-ility ability. And the dummy shields can block beam bomb explosions.
Yeah, I bet the All-Star was like a fucker on kickoff. Like, he'd purposefully try to injure people on kickoff.
20 in viability. Whilst his abilities are a bit brain dead, punting imps at people is really funny, so that's a 23 in creativity. As I have done for all of the other All-Stars, he gets a 10 in tolerability for things I have explained like
50 times.
9 other times in the video.
Yeah.
74
Thank you for...
overall. Breakfast Brain.
Oh. unironically the coolest concept in the entire Plants vs. Zombies franchise. Hands down the best character design in my opinion. Absolutely, for sure. Where's my goat? Wait, have we not done Super Brains? Well, he hasn't done Super Brains yet. Also, I think he's going to put Captain Squawk in first. I've completely forgot that he hasn't touched him yet. Anyways, let's hear him yap about a character I already know is goated.
They just shoved Super Brain's head into a
toaster, bro. It's so peak. He has a... Dude, it's so good. It's all so good. His costume is branded around Pop Smarts, which is not only, you know, like a fun, just a fun dumbass pun, but it's also a reference to the PVZ comics, which is pretty charming. You know, he's got a toaster on his head, but he's also got, you know, a bacon cape. He has cereal pouched up in his gloves. He has waffle knee pads. Oh my lord! They could not have cooked harder. God
Gave
damn.
him a bacon cape, and when he zooms in, it spawns a floating waffle. If you take the toaster off, his head is covered in some weird pink sludge.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. This is the one character where you absolutely just need to keep customizations away from him. He's perfect the way he looks.
I think it's supposed to be Pop-Tart icing, but it looks like they broke a gel pen over his head. 25 in appearance. Viability-wise, this might be the worst zombie in the game.
It's pretty bad.
Is that bad. His super ability is that he can punch really fast, which, don't get me wrong, extremely fun, but each punch does 6 damage.
Jesus Christ, is that actually
Sure,
how
at
much?
maximum punch speed, he can get up to a staggering 70 damage per second. But firstly, it takes a bit to get up to that. And
yeah, that's why, like, as you're approaching someone, you need to, like, preemptively begin slapping. But in the process, that gives them an audio cue that a prison cell inmate is behind them, ready after you dropped the soap or some shit, and so they just start running away, and then as they're running away, they turn around and start shooting you, and you genuinely can't do jack shit. It is kind of cool how he's the one Super Brains that is actually pretty good with Super Guided Ultra Ball. That is cute.
And secondly, that's not that good on a melee range character that requires a wind-up period and restricts all of your movements. Even the bloody spray chompers hit harder than that immediately.
That is so
when
sad.
you kill someone with it, you get a random ass speed boost, I guess.
Only sometimes, though, for some reason. I've never understood that gimmick.
His secondary weapon is also a thing that he has, but viability-wise, this guy gets a 5. Creativity, though, 23. Very unique character. Let down by PopCap being too cautious. Like, they thought that this guy would be so good that they gave him a 25 health nerf when they added him.
Jesus Christ, man. Man, they were very confident in Breakfast Brains, like, breaking the game or some shit.
That is what they did with the
Breakfast Brains is not that deep, twin.
fucking Agent P. This was even funnier, considering he hit 4 damage a punch when they added him. Tolerability is pretty good, man. Like, 25. Like, who's getting tilted over Breakfast Brains?
No one.
78!
Tank Commander.
I do love me some Tank Commander. He is fun. Is he a bit high? I think so. Whoops, that is Superman. Hi, Superman. I'd say great overall. Fantastic. We'll do viability. I think it's not creativity. God damn it. I just like the concept of only one shot reload. You kind of have to pace out the way you fight people in a way that's actually interesting and compelling, unlike General Supremo. So yeah, cool character. Love him a lot. I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna turn him on 0.25 speed.
Well, here's the highest ranked foot soldier. If I was any old bog standard PVZ YouTuber, then you know the top 10 would have been filled with these things. This one though.
Yep, good for you.
Ooh, it's got.
Thank you for having a... Honestly, unlike the plant ranking, this one felt a lot more varied. Like, each individual class was a lot more spread out, besides All-Stars, but I don't know, man. I don't blame him too much for that.
Tank more on his back. That's amazing. And it has a gaming headset. 25, even if its gun does look like it's got a water cooler full of piss on it. Viability-wise, this is one of the most satisfying things to use in this game. Just fires a fat missile at people that deals 65 damage. 2 shots most characters. Got a lot more of a skill floor than most other soldiers, despite being a splash damage character.
He is difficult to, like, get into. It is really satisfying to kind of hone your skills and start consistently landing some bomb shots, though. That is a great feeling.
It's basically a scuba soldier for people with a grade point average higher than 120 in viability. Variants that have weaker versions of an ability as a primary weapon are just peak. I love Commando P, and that's basically just a shitty P-Gatling. Mechanic is a significantly less shitty bolt blaster, and Tank Commander shoots mini ZPGs.
Yeah, shitty
25 in creativity. What if they made a Super Brains that spammed heroic kicks as a primary weapon? I'm sure that would be well received within the community. Tank Commander gets a 10 in viability, which might not seem that high, but for foot soldier standards, this is basically anxiety medication.
Dude, his editing is so much when you turn up the speed a little bit. Like, it's just, like, there's genuinely a cut, like, every 5 seconds.
Is a primary weapon. I'm sure that would be well received within the community. Tank Commander gets a 10 in viability, which might not seem that high, but for foot soldier standards, this is basically anxiety medication.
Dude.
First character to hit the 80s.
80s action hero.
Nothing I could say could do this design justice.
Facts! Goated!
This Super Brains, it's a 25 in appearance. They finally made a melee class that doesn't feel like complete horse shit to play as or against. Might have had a rocky start with that turbo twister nonsense, but
yeah, we were just talking about that, huh?
they pretty much castrated that, and I'm sure they'd never do something like that again that is somehow worse. On PC, which unfortunately is what I'm playing on, he does just sort of get shot out the sky, so I can't give him higher than a 10. Again, Super Brains is my favourite class in the game, so rooting around the map with heroic kick feels so fun. Super Ultra Ball is also really...
Like, unironically, just his design melds so well with, like, the actual gameplay. I feel like it's... I don't want to sound like an IGN review. I do kind of feel like a superhero sometimes when playing this guy. Other times I feel like a lame chud who's been playing too many video games that day, but sometimes I feel like a superhero.
Even more so when you got the homing ball equipped. And Turbo Twister might be a bit but is pretty good at skedaddling with that 50% damage resistance buff. You know what? 26 in creativity. Very good addition to the game. Tolerability-wise, I can't stay mad. It's Super Brains. Like, yeah, being punched to death is a bit annoying, but it's Super Brains. 20.
Shut up, you don't even use the cape. Hey, if I'm the hero, you're the bad guy. See my jumpsuit? Damn, is that tight?
In tolerability, 81 overall. Dr. Chester, good.
I guess I'll just give him good overall. Also, by the way, Captain Squawk's the best character in the game, apparently. I think this is kind of similar to Cactus last ranking. This is just kind of his, like, joke to kind of ease the end of the ranking. All good, but fantastic. Where's design? Yeah, all good, but fantastic design. Alright, we can slow things down. We have 4 minutes left. I could survive 4 minutes.
News. I actually found a match in Garden Warfare 1,
Yay!
so I don't have to run around aimlessly in Cactus Canyon. Enjoy actual footage of gameplay. It's Dr. Chester. He has a doctorate in cheese. I bet you don't have a doctorate.
Also, dude, it's just... My favorite part of the character is his fuck-ass, like, Chester Cheetah heel station. Feels designed to wedge itself into your nightmares.
And cheese. Got the cheese blaster. Chester Cheetah's severed head strapped to him. Delicious. 25 in appearance. A beautiful union between PVZ and a brand of crisps. Sadly, the poor guy's got his work cut out for him, being a melee-only character in Garden Warfare 1. Luckily, unlike the poor Chester Chomper, he doesn't have to deal with super commandos. But he still has to deal with about 500 pea shooters every match, so I don't think I can...
Average Garden Warfare 1 lobby is literally just nothing but pea shooters and soldiers.
Give him any more than a 7. Creativity, though, got an entirely brand new set of abilities. Got the Sticky Cheetah Ball, which is certainly a name that you could have given it. The Cheesy Warp and the Cheetah
Average reproduction cycle of a cheetah.
Hill Station, which again should have been rebirthed in Garden Warfare 2. Like how they just turned this guy into that Frode, the zoologist.
Dude, he ranked zoologist so low. That was peak.
So I reckon a 25 in creativity.
Alright.
And as for tolerability, it's Dr. Chester. Like, it's 25, 82 overall. So what is?
Alright, we already know it's Captain Squawk. Sorry, I kind of spoiled your joke. No, I won't give him that. He has... Actually, I kind of fuck with... You know what? You know what? I actually kind of really fuck with Captain Squawk, dude. Put him in there. We officially have 3 people who are all good but have fantastic tolerability. There you go. I will never be pestered by a Captain Squawk. He's too funny. And you know what? He's pretty creative. He's awful. I have no idea what the fuck you're gonna argue for his viability. His design's fun though. Let's hear it. As your final swan song and probably the last like reaction thing I do in years, let's hear it.
The best zombie in the game, the pinnacle of the post-mortem, the king of the corpses. Obviously, it's Captain Squawk. Yep, Captain Squawk is my favorite zombie in the game. Yes, I'm doing this again. It's my tier list, and if I want to put Captain Squawk at the top of it, I bloody well will.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, this is a very well edited video. You deserve all of it.
Its appearance is an actual work of art. He's covered in shit that's extremely funny. Got a seagull on his head, even funnier. Letting the local wildlife use his scalp to raise its young. A kind soul. Got a McDonald's colored headband that looks like the bloody sulfur biome they put in Minecraft. The little...
Does anyone, like, play Minecraft, bro? Was this good? Was this a good update for once? Like, I don't think Minecraft needs good updates anymore because the game's fucking 20 years old. If you're complaining about this, go play a different video game, but still. What's even the point in updating it at a certain point?
Egma cube they put in it kind of resembles Captain Squawk. Also, his gun is a diseased bird. He just shoots illness and pestilence upon...
Yeah, like you said, it's literally just weaponized vomit.
...the plants. 25 in appearance. Viability is complete doo-doo. But what is he covered in? That's right. Complete doo-doo. He's supposed to be doo-doo. That's the whole point. He's viable at being unviable. 1 ammo that deals 40 damage. If
haven't played since 2024. Yeah, fair.
Camo...
One of these days, maybe this summer I'll start like a Minecraft hardcore series because that'd be kind of fun.
Cactus is a hard mode cactus, then Captain Squawk is a deadbeard on crazy mode. There is no way they made it this bad on purpose. This is a joke character, and it's a pretty damn good joke. And it has the best shot.
I am laughing when I play this character. He is funny.
Gun out of any deadbeard. My guy deals more damage per second up close than 8 entire chompers, and that's the biggest punchline there is. A character handcrafted to be awful is still better than the chomper. So 25 in...
Okay, well, he's going for the perfect score, so...
Viability for Captain Squawk, because he's viable at so much more than killing people. Creativity, again, 25. This was an update character, by the way. They knew that something was missing from this game. And
so right.
They found it. Tolerability is Captain Squawk.
No one's getting pissed off by Captain Squawk.
Scrape off all that ironic humor for a second and just think. However, I'm going to give it a tolerability score of 24.99 because I want the cactus to be the only character with a score of 100. So Captain Squawk's total score is 99.99 out of 100. The pinnacle of the zombie team. And thus ends this ranking video. Extremely long video that I just did.
Hey, my parents are actually out of town. I can actually clap this time. Round of applause. Sound effect. Let's give it up for Purple Zombie. What a great video. I do think, you know, obviously I still have my same problems with the structure, but that was improved. Maybe it's just because I enjoy talking about the zombies more, but I did have a little bit more fun with this video than his previous. Both fantastic videos. He did a great job. Man, that was great. You know, it was just more Garden Warfare 2 chicanery. I love this game. I love talking about this game, and Purple Zombie just so happens to be really funny, have really good writing, have really good points to bring up, and extremely good editing and pacing. I gotta go play Tears of the Kingdom now. Take care. Have fun, man. Have fun playing some TOTK. Anyways, yeah, you have a good one as well, man. Hey, good stream. Solid stream. That was a slightly longer reaction than the plant one. So, there's that. Alright. I will catch you guys later. I'll do a Garden Warfare